The Brave Little Towel for us to watch. But before we do any of that, again, welcome to the Towel Friends on the Towel YouTube. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. So good to see so many of you today. Roll the intro.
Hold on. Wait a second. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the melody to Funky Town.
You heard the little towel. That's it. That's a melody to Funky Town. Hello. I'm a cold little towel. It's raining today. We're going to get to spend some time together before college football starts because I'm going to eat lunch. We have a hard cap. Do not let me go past noon, all right? There's no really good games on until 3:30 Eastern. I think it's Oregon versus USC, 7 versus 14. I like the Oregon Ducks. They're a good team. Fun to root for. But the point is, there's nothing really on today of interest. The Iron Bowl next week at 6:30. The first Iron Bowl at night at Auburn Stadium in a long time. All right, that is going to be great. But in terms of this week, it's Thanksgiving. It's basically Thanksgiving. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. How's everybody doing? All right, so hi, Nunya. I didn't know your PC clock is off. I'm so sorry to hear about that. However, what I do want to do is I want to do a few things. One, I want to show this video of a cat. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, that's a cat. That's not a cat. That is the moment that Penn State apparently did something. I don't want to watch that. I want to watch this. All right, everybody ready for this? Now, you may be saying, I like cats. Okay, well, I also like cats. Now, this is Bella. Bella is a member of the Kitty CIA. Hello, Benny. Hello, Troy. Good morning. I would like you both to say hello to Bella. She is a cat, okay? Now, she's basically going to wake up right now and be like, oh my goodness, that's me on the screen. I don't know what to do. Well, you know what? Look at Bella. Bella, this is your moment to shine. What would you like to tell us?
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay. Well, all right. Thank you very much, Bella. I'm thrilled that we were able to start our day with that. I'm a little bit baffled as to what exactly is going on. But you know what? Good for you, Bella. If that's how you communicate, if you use Morse code to tell bossy Texas chick what she needs to do in order to help the Kitty CIA take over the world, more power to you, bossy Texas chick Bella. Yay, Nancy. It's great to see you, Nancy from the 508, back in all her glory. Now, we're going to do a catch-up of the week. Listen, if you thought this week was overwhelming, if you missed some parts of it, whatever it may be, let me just tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not your fault. All right, there's a lot going on. Oh, thank you, bossy Texas chick. I got this one as well. We will play your wonderful song as well. But first, we are going to watch this episode. Now, you may be saying to yourself, Grant, were you and Ange chatting as you were getting ready to start today's stream, despite the cacophony of chaos otherwise going on in the world? And did Ange say she had a dream about a series called The Brave Little Towel, and then did you, in like 5 minutes, draft up a preview episode, and are we going to watch it? The answer to all of those questions is yes. Oh, I see. Bossy Texas chick informs us that Bella was tapping her nose because the CIA was communicating with Martians through Bella. All right. Makes total sense. I entirely understand. All right, let's watch this episode. Everybody ready? Who's an excitable little towel for the first ever screening, ladies and gentlemen, of the movie that Ange Wittek brought to life? Hold on, I want to watch it with a little bit better zoom than that. The movie that Ange Wittek brought to life, ladies and gentlemen, it is called The Brave Little Towel. This is only a preview. Who knows where I'll take this next? I'm thrilled to watch it with you. It's only 52 seconds long, but I at least want you to be able to see it, so I'm going to expand it, and the full screen was not doing what I wanted it to do, so give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Live video editing, folks. Some people edit their videos over weeks and months. No, I'll just edit it live. We'll do it live, as my towel mom's friend Bill O'Reilly says. All right, who's ready for this? I'm ready. I think Nanya, it is partially a cartoon, so Nanya is going to absolutely love it. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch together.
My job is to be that light, even when the darkness pushes back.
like a stitch.
I see it. The courthouse.
My job.
Oh, goodness, I love it. The typing on the towel. Oh, goodness gracious me, that was great. All right, so there's a lot that happened this week, though, but I wanted to get that out of the way. Nunya says, double toil and trouble. Nunya was probably loving the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that had a cartoon element to it. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, we got a lot to look at today. We got a lot to talk about. Let's just do one big overview. I'm going to take you from November 12th until today. All right, it was only 10 days ago, but let me just tell you right now, it was absolutely chaos, okay? Just absolutely 100% chaos, all right? So there you go, all right? I'll zoom in so you can see the image. It's fascinating, folks, just to watch all these events. Because when you see them individually, I get it. Some days I wake up and I look at social media and I'm like, what the hell is going on? When you look at it actually, like, for what it is, folks, it's like as a cohesive whole. The developments over the past few weeks are nothing short of apoplectic. They're all occurring very quickly, so I understand why folks are getting overwhelmed. I don't fault you for it. I think it's perfectly normal to be that level of overwhelmed. But I also want to talk a little bit about the implications of some of this. Now, let me see if I can do a little towel split screen feature. There's no guarantees this is going to work. Might have to close the Bossy Texas Chick and Bella song for a second. Bossy Texas Chick, you're going to have to send me this song again because I had to close it for computer resource purposes. All right, so let's take this. I might be able to get some towel dual screen action going here. So let's do this. All right, and then let's see if we can scroll in on the right side, or zoom in on the right side while still having the left side as the, like, context. All right, there we go. See, that's kind of cool. So now when I scroll this, it should move that too. Yay! All right, look at that. I am a effective real-time video editing little towel. Jay, I am not comfortable with that language. Jay, I am not comfortable with it. I don't care what our various positions may be on Miss Peter. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm just not. Hi, Irene. How you doing? So, Jay, we've always had the same rules here, okay? Don't be derogatory. Don't be discriminatory. Don't sea lion or otherwise engage in bad faith. All right? So, like, the first couple rules are premised in that. So let's just not do that, okay? I don't like that Kate's threatening people with revenge porn from 2023, apparently. I don't like the rumors her Discord is starting, but we're going to get there. We got to go all the way back to November 12th. But as a baseline, let's not do that. Irene, it's so good to see you, my dear friend. Hi, Christina Towell. Good to see you. All right, so here we go. Let's do it. Back on November 12th, and, you know, Kate Peter does come up right away, so let's talk about it. Back on November 12th, somebody reposted. It was not that Boston proper over on X. They reposted something that had come out back in July of this year, but I don't think people really understood at the time that it came out, all right? So take a look. Oh, all right, hold on one second. Let me pause my camera. My computer is struggling. All right, so you can still hear me, but I'm going to save a little more resources. Take a look at what we have on our screen here. This is a email, okay, from Michael Morrissey. All right, that's what you're going to see on your screen. It's part of the post, and then on the right, you're going to see the actual email, and then on the right of that, you're going to see a bunch of Discord usernames. Now, you might be saying to yourself, what does this mean? Why did people miss it in context? All right, I'll tell you about it. Take a look at that highlighted portion in yellow. The actual numbers aren't that important, but just take a look at it. That is an email that Michael Morrissey sent. Okay. Now, I think it was to Lynn Beatty, his first assistant, something like that. I don't remember if it was her or Tully. When Morrissey sends this attachment, it just looks like it's a Discord attachment. Like it's what's called a permalink, okay, to a Discord attachment. Now, let me tell you. Oh, thank you, Bossy Texas Chick. Bossy Texas Chick and Bella would like to remind us that thank you for moderating. Grant, words do matter, and that is absolutely true. It's not like I'm creating these rules on the fly as well. They're a precondition of being here. We've all agreed to them. They've been the rules since this channel has started, and we're going to continue adhering to them regardless of who we're talking about. All right, so this is an email from Michael Morrissey, and you can see that there's a long Discord link in purple on the right, okay? Then you're going to see a bunch of usernames, okay? That is from Kate Peters' Discord server. Those are a bunch of usernames of people who are on the Discord server. At the bottom of the list of usernames it is a ID, an identifier that groups the usernames based on the server where they were interacting. That ID is the exact same Discord ID attached to the link that Michael Morrissey sent himself. Okay? That is why, the first reason why people started losing their minds. Because this means it wasn't just Jen McCabe and Kate Peter and others on a Discord server. Okay, with Kate Peter working as a PI for Marty Kraft, with ties to Brian Tully. It wasn't just that. It's possible that they were all directly communicating with the Norfolk DA about what they were doing on that Discord server. And I don't know why the Norfolk DA did this, Michael Morrissey. He put in an email. He probably didn't realize what he was doing, but he put in an email, ladies and gentlemen, that, okay, all right, Jay. If you want to be inflammatory, that makes me think that although you are critiquing Kate Peter, you're actually working to her benefit by trying to rile people up. So we're just going to, again, this is the second warning, and eventually you just aren't going to be here. You should not engage in behavior that's discriminatory or derogatory. If you use a nickname, okay, if it's in jest, like Leah Bathtub Genduso, I might give you a pass. But if you're doing it maliciously, even if it's on a point that I might otherwise support, I don't want to hear. Because it's the same thing as Shark calling people fat. It's counterproductive, and it doesn't help. Okay, Jay says he is playfully angry this morning, and he's out of coffee and blunts. All right, I can understand that. The last thing I'm going to do, listen, if you're willing to say I'll just, I was expressing anger and reflect on it, that's all I want to see. All right, I'm not here to scold people. All right, but I do think that is important to reiterate. All right, let's go back to the point, though. The email, the Discord email, I don't think Michael Morrissey, just so folks understand the technical nature of this, I don't think Michael Morrissey understood what he was doing when he sent this email. Here's the reason. You have to be incredibly technically proficient to understand what you have sent there, okay? That when you get an attachment from Discord, what you should really do if you're in this situation, it's too late, so it doesn't matter. You download the attachment as a file. Then you re-upload the attachment as an attachment to an email and send it along. Now, if you don't do it right, there will be identifiers in what's, like, depending on the type of file, there's exegif data embedded in the file. Okay, this is very complicated, and that is kind of like a fingerprint. And if you don't do it right and you don't know what you're doing, that can be identified as well, but that's more of a complex forensic investigation. This is not. This is just pure stupidity. Troy, it's fine. We just have a balance, and we, as you know, Troy, no discrimination, no being derogatory. Like, there's just a line. Do it in good faith. Don't cross that line, and try to uphold an ethos of compassion that you'd want to see return so that we can break the cycle. All right, there we go. Now, let's take a look. Because you'll see eventually as we get through November 21st through today, or whatever it was, November 12th through today, it was a hell of a 10 days, that I come to say, like, listen, Kate Peters, the origination of all this toxicity, so let's break the cycle, all right? And that's what I think Kate Peter hates more than anything else. She throws out toxicity, throws out nonsense. Can you believe her people spread a fake rumor on Discord about Aiden and Lindsey, and then Kate was brazen enough to go public and say, I'm going to release revenge porn probably from 2023 involving Lindsey, openly saying Kate's going to find a way to violate the revenge porn law just to torment her. When you're dealing with these kind of people, that's on a whole different level, and to break their spell over the public arena, their faux facade of benevolence, we have to rise above their tactics, okay? Because when you engage in mudslinging, it allows them to veil their misconduct behind the noise. The static to noise ratio becomes so large that the actual content of what's happening is getting obfuscated. So that's why it's not so much about the content, although I do think it's important to uphold an ethos of civility and otherwise and compassion. On the whole, you want to say things I'm generally going to tolerate it, barring violating those rules. But in this specific case, it's more about rising above the tactics, breaking the cycle of toxicity in the furtherance of cogent public discourse, such as to ward off the usurpation of our representative form of government. So it's part of my larger project, and that's why I'm so forceful about it. Yes, and there's no question, Kate used racial slurs about the foreperson of the second Karen Reed jury. So we absolutely get... yeah, but Troy, it's not about that. You got to see the larger context here. If we just go... Now, I'm not saying people don't have bad days, good days, setting that aside, but the larger impact of stooping to that level undermines cogent discourse. Speaking of that, all right, so let's understand the technical nature of why Michael Morrissey might have sent this email. If you really want to understand it, maybe I can zoom in on this one. Is this one above the other one? Yeah, there we go. All right, so if you really want to understand it, let me just talk about it while it's a little bit enlarged. So Michael Morrissey sends the email. Attached, right? All it is a long permalink. If you are not technically proficient, you are not going to know what a permalink is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you're playing loose and fast with discovery, with who you're talking to, with how Kate Peters operating as a potential government agent, which we'll come to learn does not mean you are an FBI agent or something, or a state police agent. It means you have agency, an agency relationship. It's a very precising term with a government actor. Okay, who's a government actor? Michael Morrissey, Brian Tully, Michael Proctor, etc. Now, let's take a look again at this email. It is a Discord attachment. If you are an old person, I'm not discriminating. I want to be clear. I'm saying if you are not technically proficient, do you know how easy it is, folks? Do you know how absolute... I was like, oh, what happened with the Twitter? 1 second. I got to make an actual post of... I was like, why didn't the stream go to my profile? It's because I didn't actually post it. 1 second. But if you take a look at the attachment to the email, it's just a Discord link. Now, just a Discord link, if you're a person who's not technically savvy, doesn't mean anything. Let's see if this works now. Fine. It doesn't mean anything. No, I don't want to do that. Thank you. It doesn't mean anything for this reason. If you don't know what is what an identifier is, if you don't know what a permalink is, you're just going to think you're sending like some attachment. Oh, this must be some service, you know, like you just click it. No, bro, it's so much worse than that. It is a unique permalink that links to the Discord server that you got the link from. Shannon says, Grant, bring KP down. Oh, God bless you for your support, Shannon. I am just pursuing truth. Hold on. Truth, no matter the cost, and I am so grateful for you. Heart. I like the heart. Where's the heart? I just want a heart. There it is. All right. I even threw a pink one in. All right, so let's continue. Now, we're going to take a look at this Discord URL again, because then down at the bottom there, all right, so you see, I can even point at it, see, right there. So up there in the blue, that is the Discord perma URL. It's a 4-string, it's 4 lines, it's a bunch of nonsensical numbers, but there's one part of it in yellow that is very important, and actually this is kind of fun. I think I can do this. How fun would this be? All right, I'm going to put myself in front of it, and then I'm going to see if I can actually point at it. I think to do it, I have to do this. All right, so... You see right here? You see this? Oh, this is so cool. That is a 4-digit, not 4-digit. It's like a 16 to 26 digit. I think it's hexadecimal. So it's just numbers and letters back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay. Now you might be saying to yourself, I wouldn't know what that is. If someone sent me a link like that, I wouldn't even know what that is. I would just think it's a random string of numbers. No, thank you, Shannon. But if you look down here, all right, let me move down here. Take a look at this. You see that string of numbers right there? The Norfolk DA would have no way of knowing that on a completely separate document, which has to do with, I think it was Lindsey's phone or something, there is information that ties that exact ID string. And it cannot be a coincidence. These are generated as server IDs, and they can be proven via MD5 analysis or hex analysis that these two numbers are the same because they are the same server. It was the same Discord server, and that is a direct connection up there in the top between Michael Morrissey and then this from Lindsey Gaetani is a confirmation that Michael Morrissey was getting information directly, probably from Kate Peter, from her Discord server. So it's a big deal. All right? It's an absolutely huge deal. And that was just a start of this. Absolutely was just the start of this. And I want to say we're going to cover a lot of topics in a row here. We have some scrolling to do. I remember the Limp Bizkit song, Rollin', Rollin'. We're not doing that. We're scrolling. All right? Adam Deutsch. Yes, Jay, we're going to get there. Listen, we are only on November 12th. As of this, I just want to say the reason we're doing this in order is that I want to take you all through, and I know some of you are watching developments, but I want to take you all through what it was like to actually experience this in real time. Because the events were compounding. There was a sense, I mean, may as well break it down now. There was a sense this past week, especially, like, I could feel it in my towel fibers, my bones, my towel bones. Still figuring out how many I have. I just figured out I have towel abs. That was a long process. My point is, yes, it's okay to disagree without being disagreeable. That's what this channel is all about. My point is, I want to show you in real time how this happened, because this was the craziest series of 10 days I've seen so far. And I don't think either the news or even all of the commentators engrossed in this understand exactly what's going on, okay? I think some people understand, all right? But I just want to preview for you that foreshadow. This culminates in, like, David Yannetti saying positive things about me on Twitter, okay, and congratulating me for finishing law school. What happens between that post on November 12th and the next, 10 days? I've never seen anything like it. And it's so easy to miss the forest through the trees here, because each individual development, they look like they're very substantive. And you can very easily get caught up in, like, the civil lawsuit from Karen, or Aidan Kearney's supplemental affidavit from Betero, or the information about what was withheld in discovery, or the indictments potentially coming against Aidan and Karen, or the leak of the recording, or Karen and Aidan's tension, or Kate Peter, like, losing her literal mind. All right, it all crescendoed, and not to mention Towel Mom, who has connections to the Proctor family, were, like, kind of coming at me for reasons that didn't even make sense, especially because I was just starting to do really, like, get into a good place, trying to, at least, despite my physical health and my mental health and otherwise, because of my autism, whatever. I'm disabled. I don't want to talk about it. It's part of who I am. I don't look at it as a fault. Anyway, it crescendos because you'll see all of this stuff happens right before other developments. It's like people on all sides kind of sensed something was coming, and people started moving in very weird ways. And the way that it all culminates, the way that it all ties in to Kate's open felony charges and the November 25th hearing coming up about whether the Norfolk DA had a conflict with Kate that wasn't revealed to the court, and whether there should be a special prosecutor on her cases. The revelations that Adam Deutsch is running for the Norfolk DA seat, that Michael Morrissey is definitely not running again, okay? And everyone is saying that. And I've heard that for a year, and I have pretty good sources, all right? So, the way that it just kind of crescendoed, you're going to watch it all play out through this Twitter feed, and we're going to talk about it. All right, so let's scroll. What happened next? Oh, yes, and then I did a preview. Oh, Movie Flow, the service that I used to make the How the Towel Turns episodes, was like, oh, you're my guy. All right, like, trust. Like, I got the attention of the service itself. And I think I did, let me see. This is like a preview episode where I was just like saying thank you to them and like reading their tweet. So let's watch this one, and then we'll keep watching. We'll do like entertainment breaks. We'll play trivia. If we see Allie and Rue pop in, that'll be our 20-minute countdown. Otherwise, we'll aim to play trivia around 9:30 a.m. for those of you who are excited about that. Noelle also wanted to play trivia. Oh my goodness, it's Allie and Rue. I didn't even look in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I look over in the chat. It's Allie and Rue. Rue almost won the mayoral election of Boston. We're very sorry he didn't win. He would have been a great mayor. The point is, around 9:30, so that's about a 20-minute countdown, we will do trivia. All right? Let Noelle mentioned yesterday she wanted to play trivia, so we'll see if Noelle comes in. We will play trivia around 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and then we'll continue through this. We'll see if we want to watch things. I know, Allie, what a serendipitous timing. It was like I had a premonition in my towel soul. All right, let's watch this clip I made to thank Movie Flow for helping me create How the Towel Turns.
They're finally listening.
After all these years, someone heard me. Thank you. Thank you for this platform. This isn't about me. It was never about me. This reach. Well, this is their voice. $100,000 people. They know the names now. They see the web.
Circles of influence. The rot.
Your voice was denied. Not anymore. I have to make sure this never happens again.
Let them come. The slings and arrows. I'm ready.
For Sandra. For Lindsey. For the unheard.
Very meta, right? I thought that was kind of cool. Hey, I'm back. Hey, I have a cough button. All right, so now what I wanted to do with that, by the way, is I wanted to show. We can watch some other of the How the Towel Turns episodes because we're going to take this slow today. All right, but I want to, if you haven't been watching How the Towel Turns, it is the new hit show. 150,000 views, ladies and gentlemen. 150,000, probably more now. I'd say we're probably at like 250,000 in just a few weeks. All right, so these, ladies and gentlemen, are some very interesting episodes. Apparently, according to Ali and Rue, I am Quentin Tarantino Towel. I really like the alliteration there. Good job, Ali and Rue. You win bonus points for Towel Trivia, which, by the way, is going to start up at 9:30. And we're going to intersperse Towel Trivia if you've never been here before. Towel Trivia is a really fun game where you play against me and each other. We put trivia questions up on the screen. You get 4 answers on the screen. If you answer the question first, you get the most points. If you get it right, etc., etc. You get half points if you get it right after the first person. We do a bunch of different rounds, but we're going to break it up. We're going to do 10 rounds today, hopefully before noon. 3 rounds at a time. They take about 5 to 10 minutes each round. It's really fun. You get crowned a winner. Towel matters, but his points don't, so everybody's competing. It's really fun. I can never get double points, by the way. That's what ends up making it fair. If I get any questions wrong, I get really screwed. Justice for Lindsey, for Sandra, for Karen. Hey, Troy, I think that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say that. I like that. Justice for Lindsey, for Sandra, and for Karen. All right? I think we should throw John in there, probably, Troy. I think that's important. So justice for Lindsey, for Sandra, for Karen, and for John. All right, there we go. Everybody on the same page? Ange has been in North Dakota for 4 months. Ange, I'm thrilled to hear that. You're going to enjoy getting caught up on How the Towel Turns. It is the new hit show. There's season 1, which we can watch later after I get through the last 10 days. But I did some bonus episodes, so it's going to be a little out of order if you don't know How the Towel Turns, but they're really good. This is about a secret Discord server and a plot to target Lindsey Gaetani. Let's watch it.
Justice has a price, and sometimes the price is truth itself. The circle is cast. The server is secure. It's time to change the narrative.
Our high priestess of internet nerds. So, Tully, you have the extraction?
The whole thing. Gaetani's phone. Unredacted. It's a goddamn nuke.
Not yet. It needs to be cleansed. First, you will remove my messages.
And any mention of Trooper Genduso. That connection dies here. Tonight.
My messages to Lindsey, too?
Scrub it all. Every digital fingerprint. Leave only what we want them to see.
Are we sure about this? What if? What if the feds are listening? Proctor's phone, my phone, cloned?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. and that no one was watching.
Tomorrow, Tully leaks the file. We create a media firestorm.
A diversion.
They will tear Gaetani apart.
A district attorney. A state trooper. They're weaponizing evidence. No. This is so much worse. They're bragging about it.
Dun dun dun. That was quite an episode. I just realized those are actually season 1 episodes, so we won't watch any of the season 1 episodes. We will watch instead the developments after season 1. All right, because I end up amalgamating them all together. Oh, you know what I want to watch, though? I made a trailer. So this I actually really like. I thought it came together really well. And we will, if you haven't seen season 1, we'll watch it later today. But I want to do the full overview. A lot of developments happen. But interspersed in all this, right, I was making How the Towel Turns, and I really like how this trailer came out. One second.
This show is excellent, is what the critics say. Ha 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 ha. Sir, I am officially deceased, so accurate, say the adoring crowds. And now you can experience season 1 of How the Towel Turns in full. Some claim this is not microdots, bro. Challenge accepted. In a world where state troopers and private investigators take advantage of the vulnerable to protect themselves and their friends, 2 wandering lives cross paths to bring them all down, starring Towel as Grant Smith Ellis and Lindsey Gaetani as herself. Watch as 2 souls navigate life's fishbowl, overcome the odds, and pursue truth at any cost. Joined by an ensemble cast, including Danny DeVito as Kate Peter, Woody Harrelson playing Brian Tully, and that weird lady from Wicked who doesn't know how to do TV interviews as Jen McCabe. Somebody leaked Lindsay's phone extraction and covered up Sandra Birchmore's murder. Now, she's on a quest to show the world what happened, and Grant's right there by her side. Season 2 coming soon.
What a good episode. All right, so let's continue here, because there were a number of weird things that happened. All right, first of all, this is when Turtle Boy initially announced that there was going to be a big motion filed, and this was the Thursday night that Kate claims the video that she has, which was definitely from 2023, which she shouldn't even have and cannot release under law, although I'm not a lawyer, this is not legal advice. Can you believe Kate Peters threatening to release revenge porn because she's so destabilized by being exposed for her connections to the Norfolk DA that are otherwise hidden? But we'll come back to that. All right, so then there was the changes to the CCC up on Beacon Hill. Then, as I mentioned, Turtle Boy previewed the big motion coming. There's me as a cat when I type on my computer like 17 times per day. Bella's probably like, oh my God, Grant is truly not just a towel, he's a cat. Well, Bella, have you considered the fact that if someone spilled water on you and it absorbed like into your fur, you are technically a towel? So I'm just saying, Bella, just think about it. All right, so the Walsh developments. Brian Walsh, of course, pled guilty to 2 charges, moving his wife's body and lying to investigators, but is taking the first-degree murder charge to court. Then the DOJ arrested the former head of the Boston school bus commissioning agency. That was a little weird. Then a lot of reviews started pouring in for How the Towel Turns. I really liked it. Then I mocked Kevin Linehan at one point with another trailer that I thought was really good, and I want to take a look at. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, then there was a new judge assigned to the Aidan Kearney case. And apparently the judge knows Jen McCabe's sister. And now I'm wondering, is this Jen McCabe's sister who launched the fundraiser? How is it that the judge assigned to Aidan Kearney's case, if this is that man, if we can confirm this, how is it that he went to high school with Jen McCabe's sister and she can now raise money now? She's isn't her sister like a witness in that case? That's a little weird. All right, so I'm telling you, a lot was going on. And then Matthew Farwell in the Sandra Birchmore case got charged with a superseding indictment for the murder of Sandra's unborn baby, her 8 to 10-week-old baby boy, and he moved to change venue from Boston to somewhere else because of pretrial publicity. We end up finding out in his motion to change venue some really weird stuff. Like Farwell's basically using the MSP, like Tully's unit, and the Norfolk DA's finding that Sandra Birchmore died as a result of self-harm in order to undermine the federal prosecutor's case against him. All right, so let's continue because it was this rapid fire. Then, of course, documents start coming out from Corey Hopkins, the business litigator in North Carolina, who's doing public records requests about Michael Proctor's emails, and all this stuff starts coming out through open records complaints. Now, let me continue here because I don't want to watch How the Towel Turns, although there's some really good episodes. Actually, let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's talk about when Kate Peter was invited at my facilitation to the State House for a press conference related to the revenge porn bill that the lawmakers would go on to pass in Massachusetts over the course of the next few months after April of 2024. I want to be clear about a few things. There wasn't going to be a press conference that day until I set it up. There was no order of speakers. Lindsey was the last speaker because she was probably one of the people that the news wanted to hear from most. That was the first time she was speaking publicly after a lot of this stuff started happening. All right? So I just want to be very, very clear that Kate Peter had nothing to do with that. She didn't know about how the press conference was set up. She wasn't involved in it. Kate Peter, while we were there, started talking to the other survivors of revenge porn and saying that she was known online as Crusty Panties and that she had revenge porn images of Aiden that she had shared online. Do you understand how disturbing that is for Kate Peter? First of all, it takes a lot of relevance to get into those rooms. But for Kate Peter, who had nothing to do with it, who only probably got herself invited at the last minute by preying on Lindsey's just general state at that time, all right, it should have been Lindsey who was mostly the focus of the discussion because of what happened to her. Kate immediately tried to sabotage it. I was on it, though, because that's my turf. All right? You want to go to the State House? That's my turf. Not just mine, but I know what I'm doing there. That was the press conference I set up. All right? So Kate has been on a nonsensical tear. You think Kate Peter has political connections at the State House? They looked at her like they were disturbed when she was saying some of those things to these people. I could not believe she was saying it. It was disgusting, and some of them were in the GOP, too. All right? I'm sure she does not have a good reputation because of that as a result in the GOP. All right? So, with that said, Kate Peter. Oh, sorry, someone's saying MP. They're talking in the comments. We're talking... Yes, Troy. She literally, and I'm not the only one who witnessed this, Kate Peter in the Senate gallery, one of the most formal places you can be in Massachusetts, was turning to survivors of revenge porn and saying, oh, I'm known as Crusty Panties online, and oh, I spread images, like revenge porn images of my nemesis, Aiden Kearney. Bro, I'm pretty sure one of the survivors was like a turtle rider who then immediately went and like told Aiden, like, what is Kate doing? And then somehow I think Kate got a story through an intermediary or otherwise to Aiden that made it look like Lindsey somehow was not involved in the press conference when really it only existed because I used my contacts in the press to set the damn press conference up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Kate Peter doesn't even play on that level, and I was there. I know what happened, all right? I know who my colleagues are. Like, so I think it's absolutely outrageous that Kate was doing that, and this is an episode of How the Towel Turns about this, which, by the way, this Kate Peter just brought it up out of nowhere. She just starts randomly going at Lindsey, being like, oh, Lindsey just stood up at the microphone. Nonsense. There were some good speakers that day. Senator Keenan, Senator Eldridge, I'm going to remember his name. He was the one of like the local board. He was a local selectman or something. Alex Haggerty also spoke, and they got some good views. They spoke first. Senator Keenan got like 5,000 to 10,000 views. Senator Eldridge got like 10,000 views. Alex Haggerty got like 20,000 views. Lindsey steps up there. Okay, no. First of all, she didn't have to push her way to do anything. She didn't really want to speak. Okay. Like, I was encouraging her, etc. And then she walked up there. She spoke last. She spoke for 2 minutes, delivered a wonderful speech, and got 175,000 views. Not only was she a welcome presence at that podium, I don't want to inflate her ego too much, that press conference was created for her. It was great that the other lawmakers and victims got to speak, but that was for her, and she did a great job. Irene, what we're talking about is back in April of 2024, Massachusetts was one of only 2 states in the United States that didn't have a law banning revenge porn. So you could take intimate images of someone and basically share them. A group of survivors, including a number of disparate, it was a coalition of survivors, including Lindsey and a few other victims, went up to the State House in April of 2024 on the day that the Senate voted in Massachusetts to pass their version of a law banning revenge porn. Now, that wasn't the end of the process. The House and Senate had passed versions of the bill at that time, and then the bill had to go to compromise committee and then get to the governor. What I wanted was for the compromise committee, which turned out to happen, to work fucking quickly. Sorry for cussing. So I set up a press conference so that the compromise committee and the leadership, the Senate president and the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House, would be like, oh, people really, really want people to pass, like this law passed, and so that's why I set up the press conference. Now, there was another press conference when the governor signed the bill a long time later, and I actually got to ask the governor a question after the bill was passed, which I will show you the clip of because it was really cool that I got to ask her a question. I asked her what her message was to people who might be testing this law, like Kate Peter, for example. I didn't say like Kate Peter, for example, but the point is, this is a overview in Towel, How the Towel Turns forum of what it was like when we went to the State House. And also, that's what I'm saying. I don't like in the chat when people use personalities because that then leads to hostility. So I don't want to see it. I monitor it. I'm looking at what you're talking about. Try to be disagreeable without being... try to disagree without being disagreeable. And the other thing is, at a certain point, just don't talk about each other's ideas, not about each other. So, Jay... if you're causing hostility, and Troy, I see you're egging him on, you don't have to be overt about it. If I see that happening, I'm just going to tell both of you to stop, all right? You know, in some sense, what you're doing. I don't like to see it. It takes away from my ability to explain what's going on the screen. I know you both benefit from people learning in some sense about all this context about Kate Peter and otherwise, so I don't want to see the polemics, invective, or personalities in the chat. I don't want to have to impose Robert's Rules of Order. I don't want to ban personalities. I just want to establish a baseline of talking about ideas, not people. All right, so let's do that. And I hate to have to be firm with Jay and Troy, but that's the language they understand, so there you go. Now let's watch the How the Towel Turns episode about the State House. Then we'll watch Lindsey's speech, and then we'll continue with our chaos. I wish I didn't have to address all this, but there's like 400 things I got to address. We're going to take them one by one, and I'm going to say everything I have to say because I have till noon, and we'll take a break at 9:30 for Towel Trivia.
The Senate President's office is here. Her support would be a game changer.
Sir, we just need 5 minutes with the Speaker. It's regarding the bill.
I apologize, but his schedule is completely full today. You'll have to make an appointment.
She's in session. We'll have to try after.
Let's head to the gallery.
We were there for a historic vote. A moment of justice for so many.
You know, they call me something online. The crusty panties. Heard of it?
Kate, shut up! What are you doing?
In that moment, the was absolute. It threatened to devour everything.
The senator's point is well taken. However, we must consider the long-term fiscal implications of this amendment.
I released pics of my own nemesis, so I get it. I totally get it.
But in that gallery, the hypocrisy was a physical presence, a monster in the room with us.
We're leaving.
She is gone. They removed her. This is your moment.
I had a choice. Let the ugliness silence me, or use my voice louder than ever. I'm here today to break my silence. I will read a prepared statement. Thank you, Madam Senate President. Your bold action has given me confidence. For that, I am eternally grateful. Today, lawmakers have spoken. Revenge images are no longer legal. Survivors can now hold our heads high. A woman does what she must, in spite of personal consequences. That is the basis of all human morality. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to use my voice.
All right. Final warning, Jay. I don't like if even one person complains that the atmosphere you're creating is not conducive to discussion, you're gone. That's it. I won't even tolerate it. Seen the tactics used before. It's not going to happen. All right? So that's the end. That's the final warning there. At least Troy knows how to follow the rules. All right? You don't, Jay. So there you go. That's especially Ange. Like, Ange is like, we have a pecking order here, all right, Jay, and you can gel with the space or you can leave. I'll do it myself if I have to. All right, so I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Now, let me show you the video. You may say that was a very interesting video. It was. You want to see Lindsey's speech that day? It was even better. And there you go, 175,000 views. But just listen to this speech, okay? It's not just about can you stand up there and say words. It's how you deliver a speech. Not a problem, Jay. We'll play trivia at 9:30. Irene, as you know, we just try to... It's not necessarily about people's viewpoints. It's how they express them. Anybody can express a view here as long as they do it without being disagreeable. Now let's watch something that we can all be inspired by. Lindsey Gaetani's State House speech that you saw the dramatization. Now you can see the real thing.
I'm here today to break my silence for the first time through public remarks. I'm starting to read through a prepared statement. To begin, thank you, Madam Senate President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, and members of the House. Your bold action to ban revenge porn and coercive control has given me the confidence to stand here today, and for that I am eternally grateful. So many of us over recent years have heard the phrase, revenge porn is legal in Massachusetts. It's been thrown around as if this is somehow an excuse for weaponizing the most intimate moments of a person's life as a form of emotional control and abuse. But today, lawmakers in both houses of this esteemed body have spoken with a unified voice and made clear that revenge porn is no longer legal in Massachusetts. And survivors like myself are the ones who can now hold our heads high in defiance of anyone who might seek to use revenge porn as a weapon. I want to stress, though, every day that passes before this bill is formally becomes law is for further agony for survivors. I encourage the Compromise Committee to get this legislation across the finish line as soon as possible. I heard it said once that whenever we stand against the flow of opinion on hotly contested issues, a woman does what she must, in spite of the personal consequences and dangers and pressures, for that is the basis of all human morality. If those words from a great human being who himself changed history still stand for anything, it is a profound principle that will be embodied when this legislation is quickly signed into law. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to use my voice, and I just want to let you know I cannot take any questions at this time, but I just want to thank everyone for allowing me to speak today.
Can you just say your name again and spell it?
Lindsey Gaetani, Lindsey, and Gaetani is Gaetani. Thank you.
What a great speech. And it's not just the speech, it's how you deliver it. All right, so now, someone was saying at a certain point that they were, or someone was wondering, yeah, Kate said it overnight. Someone was wondering about what's going on with this, with Kate's threat. Kate's people, all right, I saw I've been told the origination of it. They were saying on Discord, they created just a lie out of thin air about Aiden and Lindsey. Kate then immediately compounded the lie by talking about a video she has from 2023, a video she has illegally, apparently, of a revenge porn video of Lindsey. And then Kate was like, oh, I'm going to release that video. That's horrifying. Now, let me show you what the governor had to say. Just in case, I don't know why Kate Peters thinks about doing this when the Norfolk DA is about to leave. He's not going to be in power. And she's threatening to release revenge porn. It's horrifying, and that's what I'm so concerned about, that a lot of people, listen, as much as the Kate Peter people want to critique the other side, they are as much in a cult, if not more so, than anyone else. Some of these people, vociferously, really, really, blindly just defend Kate. It doesn't matter what she's done wrong. They don't even want to hear it. You talk about their queen, she's like a bad version of Boxy, who doesn't know how to be a scene girl, bro. It's like they just go nuts. It's like she's like the 4chan's worst nightmare. All right. So what was I going to look for? Oh, right. All right. I need to look at the word governor is hard to spell. Did you know that? I don't do a good job spelling the word governor. But I want to show you when I asked the governor what her message was to anyone thinking about violating this law. Let me just show you. All right. Let me show you what Madam Governor Maura Healey had to say, and you tell me if it's a good idea for Kate Peter to test this law. It's a good idea for Kate Peter to test the law. 1 second. I want to make sure the volume is loud enough, and I want to center it. Hold on, I'm centering it. Centering it. All right, it's centered. So I listen to the question and then listen to Madam Governor's response, and tell me if you think it's a good idea for Kate Peter to test this law.
Madam Governor, do you have a message to anyone who might think about testing this new law?
Don't. Look, and I will say as a former prosecutor and attorney general, this kind of behavior is deeply dehumanizing, destructive, and we're going to make sure in Massachusetts that we hold perpetrators accountable, and people should be on notice right now. And we're going to also work to educate our young people who need to understand both the serious harm caused and also the serious ramifications. So, it's important because it's also important that we recognize and speak to and address what we call coercive control. You can have control, abuse, exploitation that does not involve physical harm, but is no less harmful. And that's what is also really important about this legislation. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was me. That was Little Towel. How'd I do? I did a good job. I asked the governor what her message was to people who might think about violating this law. And to say her message was firm is an understatement. All right, so it's almost 9:30. If you're getting ready for Towel Trivia, if you're here for Towel Trivia, we are going into about our 5-minute countdown. I'm excited. Now, let's continue along with our week. All right, so let's watch this trailer before we watch Towel Trivia. I really like it because Kevin Linehan inadvertently complimented me by equating my work to that of Alfred Towel Hitchcock. Now, I'm no Alfred Hitchcock, all right? I prefer Stanley Kubrick, but I'm not that level either. I'm just a little towel. Now, I'm going to pause my camera to give us better buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch trailer 2, including rave reviews from the critics. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited, including Kevin Linehan himself, Kate Peters' ally. Let's watch the trailer. Well, let me turn the volume down a little bit so it won't spike. Here we go.
It's official. The new smash hit, How the Towel Turns, has all the critics raving. With over 150,000 views in just 3 days, fans the world over have come together to praise a work some are calling worthy of the Oscar for Best Factual Screenplay. Even friends of the high priestess of internet nerds herself, Kate Peter, have compared How the Towel Turns to an epic of Hitchcockian proportions. Towel flew over the cuckoo's nest, sang out Yellow Cottage tales as Kate reached for masking tape to silence his praise. OMG, I mean, I'd actually watch this. Who had Evil Priest on their bingo card? Not me, said other huge fans such as Christy Citrone. 5 full stars and 2 classic clapping emojis, proclaims movie critic Amy D. Watch all 14 episodes of Season 1 available only on Towels X and YouTube to enter a world where state troopers and private investigators take advantage of the vulnerable to protect themselves and their friends, yet are stopped cold by a duo of wandering lives who cross paths to bring them all down. Starring Towel as Grant Smith Ellis and Lindsey Gaetani as herself, watch as two souls navigate life's fishbowl, overcome the odds, and pursue truth at any cost. Joined by an ensemble cast including Danny DeVito as Kate Peter and Oompa Loompa as Jason Broyles, Woody Harrelson playing Brian Tully, a skeleton as Father Mark Murphy, and that weird lady from Wicked who doesn't know how to do TV interviews as Jen McCabe. Somebody leaked Lindsay's phone extraction and covered up Sandra Birchmore's murder. Now she's on a quest to show the world what happened, and Grant's right there by her side. Season 2 coming this Christmas.
It was great, huh? I really enjoyed it. All right, let's gear up for Towel Trivia. Here we go. Bella, to your post. Kitty CIA is on the march. All right, if you've never played Towel Trivia, this is actually really fun. So let me get rid of these windows. 1 second. I'll give you an explanation of the rules. I'll talk you through it. If it's your first time playing, don't worry. You can jump right in. Each round is a new round. So it's not like we guess we used to keep track by month, but I can't stream that often. I'm not like that well physically. But this is really fun. All right, people who play it are really good at it, and you can get good at it really quickly. So here's the basic concept of the game. All right, here's the concept. You're going to see up on your screen trivia questions. All right, we're going to do a general category to warm up. Then you're going to see the categories. Like if I pick the category, it's double bonus sometimes. You really want to keep an eye out for that, but we'll talk about that in a second. The categories are hodgepodge. I let you vote on them from time to time. It's really fun. Here's the general structure of the game. It's a timed question. All right, so if I get the question right, the 4 choices, if I get it right, and you get it right first in the chat, according to my phone, that's the scorekeeper, you get a point, a full point, in a regular round. If you get it right after the first person, you still get points, okay? But you only get half a point. If you get it wrong, no points, no penalty for guessing. Now, if I get it wrong, this is where it gets fun. If I get it wrong and you're the first person to get it right, you get 2 full points, right? If you get it right after the first person, a full point. Very easy way to catch up points, makes it dynamic, all right? Now, if it's a double bonus round and I get the question wrong, which is a topic I should know well, it's a penalty for me, you get 4 points if you're the first one to get it right. You get 2 points if you get it right subsequent. But double bonus rounds have a dual-edged sword. There are no bonus points if I get the question right. So if I do well on a category that I know well, everything's pretty level. But if I do poorly, you can get, I think we've seen someone get 16 points in a single round one time. Maybe even 20. It was pretty impressive. All right, so here we go. Jay, you can suggest categories, and if it wins the vote, I'm happy to have it. Now, let me bring up the actual game. All right, so we have to bring up the game. We're going to do maybe, I think, 6 rounds today because I took a little longer talking than I wanted. I want to get out of here by noon. So we're going to do 3 rounds now, maybe 4, and then 3 rounds later. All right, here we go. It's all right, Irene. You come back at any time. Trivia is something that some people like, some people don't like, but we're not playing trivia the whole day. We're doing maybe 3 to 4 rounds, and they go pretty quick. So I'd say this segment will be over in about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll be back to talking about the last 10 days. All right, I kind of look at this as a little way to break up the longer days, and then I also like to use trivia to reinforce what we've been learning about. Sometimes if the category is really hard, I'll give you a video to give you a fighting chance on it. Like I'm really into like Santa Clara County versus Southern Union Pacific from 1886. So I'm not just going to like make you answer questions about that. I'll give you a 2-minute video first so you stand a chance. But yeah, it's a fun opportunity to learn, become engaged, and it's part of the Public Information Service's commitment, TOWL's Public Information Service, commitment to educating, informing, and entertaining the wider public and using entertainment as a hook to engender, coach, and public discourse, such as to ward off the usurpation of our representative forms of government worldwide. Everybody on the same page? And it is fun, Allie and Rue. All right. All right, everybody's excited to see a screen go up they haven't seen in a while. There it is. Get excited. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's back. Towel trivia is back. Back again. Tell a Rue. Tell a Pete Bunny Towel. Tell Bossy Texas Chickabella. All right. We're going to start with the daily challenge, okay? These are hodgepodge questions. It's going to give you a little bit of time to warm up, all right? No pressure. These points are not real, but you're competing against each other and me, and if you lose, I'm going to send you to Siberia. Okay. And Jay's like, yes, trivia all day. No, Jay, because then I wouldn't be able to talk about other things, and it's important. All right. Oh, it's true. If you use a desktop instead of a phone, you might get a bonus. I don't know. So Bossy was here earlier, Allie, but she might be filming a video right now because Bella is a movie star, and she's very famous on YouTube. So, all right, let's go. Here we go. First round coming up. I need to get the scoreboard. I got the scoreboard. Here we go. Now, let me just make this scoreboard a little more accessible. All right, there we go. Round 30, ladies and gentlemen. In 10 seconds, ready your towels. Ready your towels. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my mouse cursor so you can't see what I'm clicking. Give me a second. All right. Because if you can see what I'm clicking, you can guess what the answer is with a hint. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first round in a while. Towel trivia is back. What comedy hit about a family's road trip to a beauty pageant in a yellow van earned an Oscar nom for Best Picture? Was it National Lampoon's Vacation, Meet the Fockers, Little Miss Sunshine, or The Hangover? What comedy hit about a family's road trip to a beauty pageant in a yellow van earned an Oscar nom for Best Picture? National Lampoon's Meet the Fockers, Little Miss Sunshine, The Hangover. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, they had a VW bug. It was quite a trip across the country. It was Little Miss Sunshine. Towel got it right. The answer is number 3. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, Allie and Rue. Great job, Allie and Rue, picking up the full point. Nicola, it's so good to see you. By the way, folks, very warm welcome to Nicola, who is a diplomatic representative, not really, but in my world, of the country of Scotland. Nicola's wonderful. So glad to have you. Excellent guest. Allie and Rue picking up a full point. Nancy from the 508, absolutely a trivia master, picking up half a point. And Whittick, ladies and gentlemen, coming back strong, picking up half a point. And Jay, excited to play trivia all day, and we started right at 9:30 as I promised, half a point. Get your answers in, ladies and gentlemen. Get your answers in. Bossy Texas Chick, you're missing trivia. You are missing trivia, my dear friend, so I don't know what you're doing. You must be filming some type of movie. I'm also convinced that Bella is in the Kitty CIA, so maybe they're invading, like, Venezuela right now. I don't know. All right, excellent job. And by the way, join anytime. That's kind of what's fun. This game, you can play at any time and pick up points. Other people drop in. You pick up points. They don't. Here we go. Next question. How many states do you drive through on U.S. Route 83 if you start in North Dakota and go directly south to Texas? Is it 5, 6, 4, 7? How many states do you drive through on Route 83 if you start in North Dakota and go directly south to Texas? Do you hit the panhandle? I'm going to guess 5. Oh, it was 6. Ladies and gentlemen, double points up for state. Double points up here. Who's going to get? Number 2 is the answer. It was 6 states. I didn't know if the panhandle was included. 6 states was the answer between. We were talking about South Dakota earlier. That was really funny. Ange, you helped us get this question. Ange nails it. Ange jumps up to first place by getting 2 full points. Excellent job, Ange. 5 is a choice, Jay, but you want to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Who else? Allie and Rue picking up a full point. So, yes, if you want to answer, especially if a number is the answer, don't say the number. Say 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, for choice 1, 2, 3, or 4. Jay, you only get one guess, and your first guess was wrong. Very good effort, though. Very good effort all around. We had a lot of good guesses on that round. Shannon, don't give up the faith. You only need to get one right to jump on that board with double questions. Here we go. Next question. In a NASCAR race, which flag color tells the lead driver there's one more lap? In a NASCAR race, which flag color tells the lead driver there's one more lap? Is it black, blue, white, or red? Is it black, blue, white, or red? I thought it was one flag left. One. Is it? It's not black. That's penalty. Is it blue? It's got to be white. Yes, I got it right. I know how to turn left. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is number 3. Jay picking up the full point. Jay was the first one to get it right. Ange Wittick picking up half a point. Excellent job, Ange. Shannon on the board, ladies and gentlemen, half a point. Bossy, Texas Chickabella are here. Excellent job. You pick up half a point. Plus extra bonus points for being musically talented. Okay, now we're going to watch your song, by the way, at the end of these rounds. Remind me, I need you to link it to me again at the end of these 3 or 4 rounds. Bossy, Texas Chickabella coming in with the right answer. Allie and Brew picking up another half a point. Excellent job. The answer was white. It can't be black because that's for a penalty. Next question. So good to see everyone coming in to play trivia. We love it. Towel loves it. You love it. Everyone's having a great day. Here we go. What is the safest day of the week to drive to work per Nationwide Insurance? What is the safest day of the week to drive to work per Nationwide Insurance? Is it Friday? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday or is it Tuesday? Is it Friday? Is it Monday? Is it Thursday or is it Tuesday? Well, listen, my common sense that people say everybody's working for the weekend, so they're feeling the best on Friday. Wow, it was Tuesday. All right. I think a lot of people would have leaned with Friday. Not a lot of people. Who went with Tuesday? Nicola, excellent job. Nicola picking up 2 points, ladies and gentlemen, jumping right up that scoreboard, grabbing the double points. Not only did Nicola's first answer, wait a minute, Nicola, yes, you got it right. Not only was Nicola's first right answer right in Towel Trivia, it was a double bonus point answer, or not a double bonus point, it was a bonus point answer. Excellent job. Who else got it? Shannon picks up a full point. Excellent job, Shannon. Jay picks up a full point. If you don't hear your name called out, you just let me know. Excellent job, Jay. Who else got it right? Allie and Brew coming in with a full point. Who else got number 4? There we go, there we go, there we go. Excellent job. Good job, folks. Good job. Next question in our first warm-up round. Who taught Malia Obama how to drive while she was living in the White House? Who taught Malia Obama how to drive while she was living in the White House? Was it the military police, the FBI, Barack Obama, or the Secret Service? Was it military police, the FBI, Barack Obama, or the Secret Service? Well, Barack Obama's not allowed to drive while he's president. The FBI probably wouldn't do that. MPs don't guard the White House. Show me Secret Service. I got it right. A little towel. I did that by process of elimination. Who got Secret Service? Nicola using that super fast internet connection to pick up a full point. Who else do we got here? Nancy, I owe you half a point. You got it, my friend. Who else got it? Shannon picking up half a point. Excellent job, Shannon. Ange Wittick picking up half a point, storming to the top of the leaderboard. Good guesses, Nancy. Good guess, Bossy, Texas Chickabella. Allie and Rue playing tactically. That's what Rue calls it. That was Rue's political advice. Just say you're playing tactically, Allie. All right. We got one more question in this round. How's it all going to play out? Things are very close, I'll tell you right now, folks, looking at the scoreboard. Here we go. Last question of this round, I believe. What Beat Generation author of On the Road crisscrossed the U.S. by car, writing about his trips, yet never knew how to drive? Was it Jack Kerouac, William S. Burroughs, Allen Ginsberg, or Lawrence Ferlinghetti? Which Beat Generation author of On the Road crisscrossed the U.S. by car, but didn't know how to drive? I feel like it was Kerouac or Ginsberg, but I don't know who wrote On the Road. Show me Ginsberg. No, it's Kerouac. See what I mean? I should have gone with my initial inclination. I'm a terrible literary analyst. That's it, I failed. Bossy, Texas Chickabella coming in with a big 2 points. Excellent job. Who else? Bossy, Texas Chickabella are the only Jack Kerouac fans. Excellent job. They're well read. Bella's in the Kitty CIA, though. You have to take a literary test, and I'm telling you, Bella's a genius. Don't mess with Bella. Bella's a cat, by the way. Allie and Rue, rewarded for playing tactically. I'll tell you what right now. Ann says, hold my towel. Excellent job. That was a tough one. That was actually really tough. That was probably the hardest question of that round. All right, let me order up our podium, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. What an interesting score set. I'm pleased to announce Nicola is on the podium. After her first round of all time, she's on the podium. Now, it's close, I'll tell you. Jay is close. Bossy, Texas Chicken, Bella, Shannon, Nancy. It's a very close race, all right? Not a lot of points separating the various competitors in this round of Towel Trivia. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to show you your scores. If you never played before, you actually get to see your scores on the scoreboard. All right, show me the scores, please. 3, 2, scores! There they are. Hold on, let me get rid of my mouse. There are your scores. I will fix them for you in a second to make them visible. Yes, call me 1930s sports announcer towel with a vape. Here we go. All right, hold on one second. Let me just shrink that. Okay. Let me shrink this. I'm sure some of you are starting to see the scores. You're getting very excitable. Bella's jumping out of her chair. Here you go. Rue, get excited. Rue, I have big news for you, Rue. Rue, you may not have won the mayoral election of Boston. Rue's a dog, by the way. Rue's like, what? I did not know I was a dog. My point is, you may not have won the mayoral election of Boston, but I am thrilled to announce that Allie and Rue, after our first round of the Day of Towel Trivia, are in first place with 5 points. Hold on, let me get Pete Bunny Towel. Pete? Hold on. Oh, goodness. Pete, what are you doing? I found Pete Bunny Towel having fallen off. He has a little chair that he sits on. He fell off the chair, and he was just, like, nose down in a blanket. Pete, what were you doing? Oh. He said he was ruminating and doing some meditation about the communists. He hates communists. Okay, Pete, you got to announce the score. Jay needs half a point. Jay, hold on. All right, Jay, where did you get half a point? Jay, you're going to have to let me know which question you got half a point on, but I will reward it to you out of good faith, and you can join the podium. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Bunny Towel is here with me. If you've never met Pete Bunny Towel, he's my loyal assistant. He hates the communists, and he's thrilled to see you all. Yes, I'm a mix of Howard Cosell and a trivia announcer. I speak really fast. I don't know how to do it. I think it's because I have a very strong rhetorical style because I've broadcast for so many years, so I can just speak really fast, especially when I haven't been broadcasting for a while, because that just must be the skill you obtain after doing this for a long time. It's actually really fun. It's kind of my version of playing an instrument. I can just use words and intonations and kind of lyrically wax kind of poetic back and forth and just use it in a very fun way. So being a trivia announcer is really conducive to that, and I don't need to breathe a lot because I'm able to kind of breathe through my nose while speaking at the same time, and I'm really just flexing at this point after I had an energy drink for the hell of it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. All right, Pete Bunny Towel's getting a little annoyed with me. Peep, Jay says hello. Peggy, if you're here, Peep says hello. Peep, Toffee Towel's watching. Do you have anything to say? Okay. He would like to know if Toffee Towel wants to go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse to get lettuce. Do you realize that costs like $50 for like a slice of lettuce? Oh, he said he made some investments in the crypto market that paid off, and now he wants to take Toffee Towel to Italy. What? Those two things are not connected. Oh, I see. He wants to stop at Ruth Chris, get some lettuce, and then go to Italy. I understand now. All right, we're all on the same page. All right, Pete Bunny Towel, thank you very much. Now, let us say hello again to the Towel friends joining in. These are the first round scores. We're playing Towel Trivia. We got a few more rounds in this first segment. Allie and Rue and Toffee Towel stand atop the leaderboard, 5 points. Excellent job. In second place, there is only one Ange, ladies and gentlemen, and she has 3.5 points. She stands right behind Toffee and Allie and Rue. 3.5 points. Excellent job, Ange. Absolutely excellent. Now, folks, appearing for the first time on the Towel Trivia leaderboard, she is a pseudo-diplomat, not really, representing the country of Scotland, which is a country. Don't ask the Queen or King of England, though. But for our purposes, Scotland's a country. All right, we're going to start a little rebellion. Nicola, excellent job. She's not Nicola Sturgeon, thank God. I hear the whole Scottish National Party, the whole government of Scotland's in chaos. But I trust Nicola to save it from the clutches of the British and also the Scottish National Party. You'd be surprised at how much I know about the devolved administration of the various Commonwealth realms and also other aspects of the British Empire. Don't really know why, but the point is, I do. Good job, Nicola. Coming in third place, serendipitously enough, with 3 points. But we do have a three-way tie alongside Nicola. It's actually a two-way tie alongside Nicola, a three-way tie in total, serendipitously enough again. It's actually the first time this has happened. We have serendipity upon serendipity, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it's a triple serendipity. I am in heaven right now. We have three people in third place with 3 points each. Oh, this is wonderful. I like alliteration, I like the word serendipity, and I am thrilled with how this is all lined up. Yes, Towel, you may know him as Towel, but I'm just a little Towel. I'm here with Pete Bunny Towel. I have 3 points. And then Jay Towel, doing a good job. He's being respectful, he's being kind. We're trying to be very, very we're trying to be very comfortable with each other and compassionate. Jay Towel, rounding out the podium, 3 points. Let's see. Nancy says, Scotland is my country. Nicola's like, I'm English, but I thought you're Scottish, Nicola. Well, that's okay. Close enough. Nicola has just been designated in Towel World as Scottish. I'm sorry to change your whole orientation there, but we need someone to defend the Scots, and Nancy has befriended you as her countrywoman. All right. Texas is a country. Texas was a country, Troy. And it's actually a very interesting story. I was listening to this fascinating lecture about the original partition of Mexico. I think it was under Buchanan. It was a very fascinating kind of sort of back and forth, and like the line of demarcation along the Rio Grande wasn't really negotiated the way that we think it was, and how we got New Mexico and the Gadsden Purchase, following up on the Louisiana Purchase, and then buying Alaska. Very interesting time in American history. A lot of expansion going on very quickly. Bossy Texas Chicken Bella, on that note, because they are definitely from Texas, 2.5 points. 4th place, right outside the top 3, just a half a point off. They get extra points for being musically talented. We're going to listen to that song at the end of the next 2 rounds of trivia before we go back to Tal's overview. Excellent job, Bossy Texas Chicken Bella. Shannon coming in with 2 points. Excellent job, Shannon. Excellent job. And Nancy Towel in last place with 1 point. Well, you're very kind. I appreciate that, Jay, for the offer. Nancy Towell's in the position of honor, Pete Bunny Towell says, and he says that Shannon, in her first appearance with 2 points, also did a great job, and Shannon is just 1 point off the podium in 5th place, and then Nancy in the position of honor, single point, 6th place. Good job. Pete Bunny Towell, you want to go rest? You want to tell them you hate the commies? Damn commies. All right, it's not lunchtime, 2 more hours. He's very hungry. All right. Go. All right, he's hippity-hoppitying. He's back on his chair. All right. Here we go, folks. Here we go. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, and we are heading into the next round of Towel Trivia. Now, if you've never done this, I think we should do a double bonus round. We should do it right off the bat. Now, the thing is, depending on how we're doing it. We're doing the American conquest of Texas. All right, we're going to watch a short primer video, and then we're going to do a category on it. The history of the American conquest of Texas. We didn't conquer Mexico. We conquered the country of Texas. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more hours of trivia. Allie's like, I love musically talented people. All right, we're going to watch, if Bossy Texas Chick posts her song again, we will do that. We'll listen to it. But then also, we're going to watch a short video on the American conquest of Mexico. All right, I want a quick video. All right, the Texas Revolution in 3 minutes. No, I don't think we want that. I want something else. Hold on. War and expand. 12 minutes is a little long. Why can't we get something that's like 4 minutes about Texas? Hold on. There's got to be something quick. All right, let's pick one of these quick ones. Texas history for teachers. Preview of the Texas Revolution. All right, we're going to watch this one, and then the category we're going to do is the Texas Revolution. Everybody ready? All right, let me get through the ad, and then we'll watch it. Thank you, Bossy Texas Chicken Bella. We're going to listen to that as soon as we do our very quick video on the history of Texas. Bossy Texas Chicken Bella are going to lose their mind. We're actually going to learn about Texas before we do a category about Texas. There's so much Texas, we may as well get excited for college football today, all right? We may as well be in Texas. All right, here we go. Let's learn about Texas. Everything Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, even towels. And Pete Bunnies.
Hi, I'm Andrew Torgett with Texas History for Teachers. Now, when most people think of the Texas Revolution, they usually think about the Alamo or the final victory at San Jacinto, and that's about it. I think that's because we know today how it all turned out, and so it sometimes feels kind of inevitable that the Texans would somehow win the war in 1836 and leave Mexico. But I'm here to tell you that it did not feel inevitable to anyone at the time. In fact, if you were to go back to 1836, pretty much no one would have bet on the Texans winning that war except maybe the Texans themselves. I mean, they were fighting against what looked like pretty impossible odds, and they spent nearly as much time squabbling with each other as they did fighting against Santa Anna. When you look closely at it, it seems like almost a miracle that the Texans won the revolution. And most people today just don't understand how everything was on the line in that war. So let's set the scene for you so that you can understand. The first thing that you have to know about the Texas Revolution is that it happened as part of a much bigger civil war that was raging across all of Mexico at the time. Remember, the Texans began their revolt because Santa Anna overthrew Mexico's national constitution of 1824. And because it was the national constitution, that meant Santa Anna's actions didn't just affect Texas, they affected all of Mexico. You see, when Santa Anna threw out the Constitution, he did that with a group of Mexicans known as centralists, who wanted to centralize, which means concentrate, power in the hands of just a few leaders in Mexico City, which was the capital of Mexico. When they did that, though, the centralists took away power from all the states around Mexico, which included Texas and Coahuila. And that meant that these states could no longer make their own decisions about how things should be run in their parts of Mexico. And that, as you can imagine, made a lot of Mexicans angry. And these angry people were known as Federalists because they supported the federal Constitution of 1824, and therefore they were against Santa Anna. So Santa Anna overthrew the Constitution, and the Texans weren't the only ones mad about it. Lots of states across Mexico began revolting, like Yucatan in the south and Zacatecas north of Mexico City. In other words, Texas was not the only Mexican state that rebelled, but there's this amazing thing. They were the only one that succeeded, which is kind of crazy and means that the real question is, how on earth did they manage that? Because the truth was, things did not look good for the Texans during most of the war. For one thing, the Texans were deeply divided amongst themselves. Today, most people think that the Texans must have been fully united and on the same page during the Revolution. But that just wasn't true. Some Texans, for example, didn't want to go to war at all, and they were known as the Peace Party. And they were usually American colonists who had been in Texas for a long time, which meant they had families and farms that they didn't want to put at risk. Other Texans were part of a group called the War Party, which, as you might expect, was pushing for a fight. Now, this group was made up mostly by American settlers who had only recently arrived in Texas. And these were often single men without families who had a lot less to lose and possibly much more to gain from a war. Now, the War Party finally managed to force everyone into a fight when the Battle of Gonzales started the Texas Revolution in October of 1835. But even then, there were still lots of different perspectives. For the Mexicans who lived in places like San Antonio, most of them saw the revolution as a part of that Mexican Civil War between Centralists and Federalists. And so Mexicans in Texas who joined the fight against Santa Anna were usually trying to restore Mexico's national constitution and not trying to separate Texas from Mexico. For the nearly 5,000 African Americans who were in Texas because they were enslaved on cotton plantations in Stephen F. Austin's colony, freedom wouldn't come from supporting the Texans, but it might come from running away to the Mexican army when they marched into Texas. And for the many tribes of American Indians living in different parts of Texas, such as the Comanches out on the plains, this looked like a fight that they should probably just stay out of and then wait to see who wound up as the victor. So, when Santa Anna marched his army into Texas in early 1836, things did not look very promising for the Texans, who remained divided and could not agree whether they were fighting to restore the Constitution and remain part of Mexico, or if they were now fighting for independence. Another major problem was that these Texans did not have a big or impressive army. What they had, instead, were a lot of volunteers, but these were just angry farmers without uniforms or training or even many weapons. Santa Anna, by contrast, was deeply focused and determined. And here's the part that most people often forget. For most of the revolution, Santa Anna was winning. In fact, nothing seemed to be going well for the Texas rebels. They made an epic stand at the Alamo, but they lost. They were then badly defeated at Goliad. For most of the war, Santa Anna's bigger, better supplied armies seemed to be winning just about every fight. By the end of the revolution, thousands of Texans, men, women, and children, had begun abandoning their homes as they fled toward the United States in utter terror. So with everything on the line and everything at stake, the question remained, how could all of this finally end in victory for the Texans?
All right. So there you go. I'm not doing this as double bonus. I will get obliterated. I don't know anything about this. We are doing, ladies and gentlemen, the Texas Revolution. Yes, the category is the Texas Revolution. So, if you've never played Tile Trivia before, we actually do some learning as well. That was a really fun opportunity. Thank you very much for watching that video with me. Now it's time to apply your learning. We are going to begin in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, let's do it. It's going to generate. Your first question in the Texas Revolution category is, which battle marked the end of the Texas Revolution? Oh no, we didn't go this far. Was it the Battle of San Juanito, the Battle of Gonzales, the Battle of the Alamo, or the Battle of Golidad? Well, it can't be the Alamo or Golidad because they lost. So it's got to be one or two. Was it San Juanito or Gonzales? Show me San Juanito. I got it right. I guessed and got it right. Oh, I'm a little towel. No, it can't be the Alamo because they lost. Bossy Texas Chicken, we can only do double bonus if I know the category here. It's not fun. Nobody got Sun Hot looking so good if I... Oh, no, it's all right, Jade. Sometimes there's, like, little buffers. Give it a second. It can be the rain. It can be anything. But if it's buffering, we'll just wait a second for it to kick back in. Hold tight on the buffering. Hold tight on the buffering. Don't worry. As soon as it's done, I'll let you know. All right, should be back. Because the reason why I can track this is I actually can watch it as well. So it's not any of your faults, by the way. If you're thinking, oh, no, it's my phone. No, it's just raining around here. So buffering, intermittent buffering is normal. So if it buffers, though, just tell me in the comments, and I will pause while we wait for it to catch up. All right. Yep. So if it does buffer and you're on phone, best way to refresh is reopening your app. So if you're on phone, the best way to refresh, if you're not hearing me right now, you won't even hear this, so I typed it in the chat. Just exit out, load up the stream again. We'll give people 30 seconds, and that happens from time to time. It's called buffering. Some clients, like it's called a client, your phone or your desktop can handle the buffer better. My phone can go into a buffer and come out of it. Not every phone will do that. It'll hang in the buffer. Just reset. You'll be right back with us. Allie, you did get it right. I got you with half a point. It might have happened during the buffer, but everyone got number one for that last answer got their points. Don't worry, I double checked. No, Bossy Texas Chick, the slogan is remember the Alamo because it's like remember the Maine. I'm pretty sure the Maine, the Alamo happened first and then the Maine happened. They were like incidents where we lost, like the Americans or our side lost, that we used as like rallying cries, like remember the Alamo. Yeah, well, it's raining around Massachusetts today. That's why we're only going till noon as well, because I want to watch college football and relax in the afternoon. I'm done. By the way, I graduated law school. Not graduated. I finished my last law school class yesterday. I have a final in December. So it's the holiday week. I'm going to watch like holiday shows today, get ready for Thanksgiving. And I also just finished my law school classes. So I'm so excited. I want to get a good lunch today. We'll figure it out. I'll make that work. Might go to my favorite place. So when I first got surgery, I didn't know it was going to make me very sick, but I was out for a while after that first surgery when I lost a lot of weight naturally. By the way, if you're wondering, when I got to BC, when I was younger, when I was a freshman, I was like 300 pounds. I lived on the top of Heartbreak Hill. I would run down Com Ave, run down Lake Street, go to the old Chestnut Hill Athletic Club over there at the end of Lake Street near the park. And I would exercise. I'd do like miles and miles on the Stairmaster. I would do like 800 floors. I would lift weights. I got a personal trainer. I did that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, actually. And I would run down Heartbreak Hill. It was like a mile and a half. And then I would run back from the gym. I only ate chicken and rice, and I only ate honey Q's from the dining hall, and I lost 130 pounds. In May of 2008, I got an ill-advised surgery to remove the skin. They told me that I had lost so much weight so quickly, and it was natural. I didn't get any surgeries. I did it naturally, that nothing I did was ever going to reduce the amount of skin I had. It was like 12 pounds of skin. So they cut it off. That induced visceraptosis over time, which caused eventually my throat and airway to collapse into each other, etc. But when I first got the surgery, I was bedbound because it was a very serious surgery to cut your myofascial tissue from one hip to the other. And I'm laying in bed, and my father was like, "Oh, what do you want? What do you want to eat? Because you have to eat something. After these surgeries, you have to eat something." And he was like, "Your body is only going to tolerate what you've already been eating, so I'm going to get you chicken and rice." Well, he goes down to this place I had been going to since high school called Mama Goo's. And he brings me, I didn't ask for it. I just said, "I'll eat chicken and rice. Whatever you want to get me, I will eat." So I thought he was just going to get me a burrito because whatever. No, he goes to Cambridge, Fresh Pond. My dad was a very nice guy. Drives to Cambridge and gets me Mama Goo's. Now, I had eaten Mama Goo's before, but mostly fried stuff. I wasn't necessarily healthy in high school. But my dad brings me back a grilled chicken wrap with rice. And I had never had it from Mama Goo's before. It had a little honey mustard on it. And it was the first thing I ate after surgery. And I, for whatever reason, so strongly associate this with accomplishing something that twice a year I get this wrap and I'm like, all right, that's a sign that I made it past a milestone. That's what I'm going to get for lunch today. I just had an epiphany with you all, so that's why we're not going past noon. What does this have to do with the Texas Revolution? Absolutely nothing. I think I was just thinking about how it's the holidays. I'm going to take some time off today. I'm going to watch a Thanksgiving episode of Tool Time, that home improvement show with Tim Allen from the 90s. I really like that show. I'm going to just try to enjoy that I made it. So my law school classes being done was a big thing for me. I'm very proud of myself. I'm so grateful to by the way, hundreds, if not thousands of people who congratulated me on social media. Blown away. We'll talk about it before the end of the stream. Blew me away. I was almost in tears. I could not believe it. I was completely overwhelmed. I didn't even know so many people were proud of me. All right? It was mind-blowing. It was just amazing. And I went to bed. Despite everything else going on, I went to bed very happy last night. So God bless all of you. Now, that was a weird interlude in the middle of a series of questions, but it happened for a reason, and I think it was because of the buffering. All right, so that was filler because I was not going to let anyone miss the opportunity to answer questions, and I wanted to give 2 minutes or so for everyone to get caught up live. So if you're on your phone, make sure the button in the bottom left, it says live. All right? If it says live, you're good. We're going to play the next question. Someone said UMass is going to lose by 40. Listen, I think BC's a bad football team. They're really bad right now, even though they're moving in a good direction, I think, but not right now. UMass is horrible. Just horrible. Bro, they set off fireworks when they got a field goal down 45-0. They're bad. I would never, ever, ever, ever want to be a UMass football fan. I have friends who went to UMass. They're great people. They went on to good careers. It's fine. It's a good state school. But their football program, oh my God, it's worse than Boston College's, and that shouldn't be possible, bro. Boston College is 1-10, and they're bad. So to be worse than Boston College, you've got to be 0-11, which I'm pretty sure UMass has not won a single game. They're that bad. Yes, Bossy Texas Chick. So if you click on your screen on your phone, okay, tap it. Don't tap the middle, maybe 1/3 to the left of the middle of the screen. Tap it. You're going to see in the bottom left the live button comes up, or it's going to have a number of seconds, all right? If you see seconds, just go ahead and tap that, and it will bring it live. That's called the live button. All right. Oh, God bless you. Someone just donated some money to the GoFundMe that's listed on my Twitter. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. God bless so many of you. I'm very behind on a lot of stuff. I fell behind on buying groceries and I just wanted to get by, and I wasn't thinking long term because I'm so disabled. But anyway, God bless you. That means so much to me. And I did just see the email come in, so I want to say thank you. All right, we're going to the next question. 10-second countdown. I gave you an extra minute, by the way, because someone said that they were looking at the live button. I think it was Bossy Texas Chick. All right, here we go. Next question. Next question on the Texas Revolution. BC was good at one time. Allie, did you know I was there in 2007 as a freshman when Matty Ryan took BC to number 2 in the nation? We were playing away at Blacksburg and at Virginia Tech when we were like 7-0, and we were about to be the number 2 team or close to it. Matty Ryan down 13-0 going into the fourth quarter, 2 touchdowns in like 4 minutes, including the most greatest pass of all time to Andre Callender as time was expiring to put BC up 14-13, head us into the next week at number 2, where we unfortunately, due to a terrible interception, lost to Florida State in the rain. We won one more game, lost another one, and then we ended up like 11-2 that year, or 10-2, whatever it was. It went to a decent bowl. That was the last time we were decent. Matty Ryan then went to the Falcons, and we were never good again after that. Just chaos after that. Next question. Who was the commander of the Texan Army during the final victory in 1836? Who was the commander of the Texan Army during the final victory in 1836? Was it William B. Travis, James Fannin, Stephen F. Austin, or Sam Houston? Oh, Travis, Fannin, Austin, or Houston? I'm going Houston or Austin. Show me Stephen F. Austin. Damn it. I should have gone with Houston. Bossy Texas chick, what are you doing? I thought you would have known it was Houston. We're both crashing out on this one. Who was paying attention? Who knew it was Houston? Who knew that Sam Houston liberated the state of Texas? Jay, ladies and gentlemen, picks up the full 2 points. Excellent job, Jay. And Whittick picks up a full point. I got this wrong, so everyone who gets it right at this point gets a full point. Nancy coming in, grabbing a full point. Excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you, Nicola, as well, by the way. That's right, Bossy Texas Chick. You just got to hit the screen, and that'll bring up the live button in the bottom left if you're using a cell phone. All right? That's how it works for me, at least. I don't know if that's how it works on every platform, but that's how it works for me. All right. Who else wants to answer? Excellent job. All right, we're all good. Not everyone got it right, but everyone made a good effort. I'm proud of you all. I didn't even get it right. That's how it is. You got to be willing to be wrong to get things right. Next question. What was the primary cause of the conflict leading to the Texas Revolution? Jay, this is your moment. What was the primary cause of the conflict leading to the Texas Revolution? Land disputes between settlers, Texan dissatisfaction with Mexican laws, desire to expand slavery, revenge for previous conflicts. All right, based on what we learned, I'm thinking it was the dissatisfaction with the change to the Mexican Constitution. Show me number 2. I got it right. I paid attention. That's it. I'm an erudite towel. Send me to Texas. Nancy from the 508 coming through with the full point. Excellent job. A lot of you thought it was revenge for prior conflicts. No, it was dissatisfaction with the changes to the Mexican Constitution. Ange Whittick picking up half a point. Excellent job paying attention, Ange. Excellent job. It was not number 4. Number 2, Allie and Rue playing tactical, picking up another half a point. Listen, if you got to play tactically, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to have Rue as your advisor. Every time Rue hears his name, he's probably like, why is the TV talking to me? This dog is going to think that he is some internationally renowned superstar, which is kind of true. All right. No, Jay, you already guessed number 4. I'm smarter than that. I am an erudite towel host. You cannot go back on your guess. All right, next question about the Texas Revolution. This was an interesting category. I liked learning about this. Here we go. Which document declared Texas's independence from Mexico? Which document declared Texas's independence from Mexico? Was it the Texas Declaration of Independence, the Treaty of Velasco, the Magellan Declaration, or the Convention of 1836? Well, I don't know. Sounds like it would be one, but it could be 1836. I don't know. 1836. No, I should have gone with the Texas Declaration of Independence. I overthought it. All right, Jay, I'll give you half a point. I overthought. It couldn't have been Houston, Jay. How far behind were you? That's not even possible. I'm not sure I believe you. I can't believe I thought too much. Shannon gets the full 2 points. Excellent job, Shannon. Bossy Texas Chick, you did it. You redeemed yourself. You and Bella. Bella, give Bossy Texas Chick a high five. She got a full point. Ange picks up a full point. Rue and Allie Towel pick up a full point. All right, Jay, you get a full point for that one. Jay, you're 15 seconds delayed. I understand that, so I'm going to leave you with a full point for this one. You are caught up. All right, so as of this one, if... Oh, folks are buffering? Oh, not more buffering. Hold on. If we buffer, we're just going to pause. Everyone got their points for the Texas independence question. I'm monitoring the buffering. Everything's fine. All right, everything's fine. Sorry about that. It's raining. What can you do? All right, like the way the internet works, it's literally based on weather conditions. So, all right. I'm seeing answers before questions are read. Yeah. So Jay, another thing is, depending on where you are, all right, even if the stream's really good, there's no buffering, you may just not have as quick internet as everyone else. It's okay if you see answers before the question is being read. Just focus on what you're hearing and just answer it, and you'll still get... You might not ever be able to get double points. It could just be your internet, but you'll still get points. We've had this happen before. Someone lived in, like, Saskatchewan or something. Their internet was really bad, and then they got better internet, and they started to be able to play. All right, next question, ladies and gentlemen. Next question. What year did the Siege of Bexar occur? How would I know this? What year did the Siege of Bexar occur? Was it 1833, 1834, 1836, or 1835? 1833, 1834, 1836, or 1835? I'm just going to throw a metal object at the screen and go with whatever it hits. It hit 1834. No, I was 1 year off. Oh, little towels. I was 1 year off. Who's going to pick up the 2 points? Who's going to get number 4 right? It was 1835. 1835 is the correct answer. Who is going to pull it off, ladies and gentlemen? Who's going to pull it off? It's Nicola coming in with a full 2 points. Excellent job, Nicola. That was a tough one to get. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. No one else got 1835 so far. Allie and Rue coming in with the full point. Oh, goodness. Was this the last question of the round? No way, was it? Nope, we got another question. Excellent job, Allie and Rue. All right, moving on to the next question. Getting rapid fire here. Here we go. Which treaty ended the hostilities of the conflict? Was it the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? Was it the Treaty of San Antonio? The Treaty of Velasco? Or the Treaty of Paris? Which treaty ended the hostilities of the Mexican-American War? Guadalupe Hidalgo, San Antonio, Velasco, or Paris? I believe it is Guadalupe Hidalgo. Damn it, I got it wrong. Damn. It is the Treaty of Velasco, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, Bossy, Texas Chickabella, redeeming their Texas heritage, getting it right. Shannon coming in with a full point. Bossy, Texas Chickabella got 2 points. Excellent job. That was a tough one. I think, wait a minute. So it was Nancy. Oh, you got it wrong, Bossy, Texas Chickabella. I'm sorry. I have to readjust. Bossy, Texas Chickabella got it wrong. Shannon did get 1 point. It was Nancy Towell who got the double points. The answer was number 3. So you are going to hear initially incorrect reading of points. The correct reading was Nancy Towell got 2. Bossy Texas Chick got no points. Shannon got a point, and then Allie and Rue got a point. Those were our correct answers. All right. Yep, I corrected. Thank you very much. Damn my towel fibers. Was that the last question? Yes, it was. All right, we have an updated scoreboard. Jay Towell. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We have a new third place, ladies and gentlemen. It is Jay Towell. This is going to make his day. Jay Towell was not having a great morning, but Jay Towell has now come through. All right, let me make sure I got everybody. All right, here we go. I have the updated scoreboard. One more round, then we'll watch the Bossy Texas Chicken Bella video. Then we'll go back to a little bit more overview of the last week, and we got an hour and 45 minutes left in the stream. Then I'm done. Then I'm going to eat. Then I'm watching college football, and I'll see you again in a few days. All right, here we go. Scoreboard coming up on the screen, please. Now, there it is. Allie and Rue, let me get Peep Bunny Towel. Peep, I need you. Oh, he's awake. He heard me talking about how I was going to go get lunch after this. Peep, how you doing? You've checked around and there's no communists? Did you think they were hiding under the bed? Under the toilet bowl? You've been listening to Talking John Birch Society Blues by Bob Dylan and you think they're everywhere? He's hilarious. You should hear Pete Bunny Towel when he gets up on the mic at stand-up comedy night. He's the most hilarious Pete Bunny Towel of all time. No penalties shall be assessed. You only can get bonus points. All right, Pete Bunny Towel. We have a new leaderboard after round 2. What do you think? Are you excited? I'm excited. All right. After round 2, a very fun round, ladies and gentlemen. After round 2, it is Allie and Brew and Toffee Towel. Pete Bunny Towel, try to keep yourself calm. 9 points. Wearing the crown, the Super Towels themselves. Allie, Rue, and Toffee Towel, 9 points, winning towel trivia after 2 rounds. Second place, right behind the champions. All right, it is Ange Towel. Ange came in with a vengeance this morning. We watched a very wonderful episode of The Brave Little Towel that Ange inspired because of her dream. Now Ange is in second place, competing for the crown today in towel trivia after 2 rounds with 7 points. Congratulations, Ange. You belong on the podium, my dear friend. Now, redeeming his honor, bringing a smile to his otherwise difficult day, rounding out the podium in third place, it is Jay Towel, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely excellent job by Jay Towel, moving up the leaderboard there at the end, fighting for his points and being vindicated. Getting 6 points, third place. Excellent job, Jay Towel. Excellent job, Allie, Ange, and Jay on the podium after 2 rounds of towel trivia. You have made Pete Bunny Towel very proud. Right outside of that. Oh, yeah, I already got Jay. Hold on, Jay. You're on the list twice because I had to move you around because you were down there earlier. All right, right outside of the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie for 4th place. We got more serendipity. Towel loves serendipity. You are both ahead of Little Towel today. All 3 of you are ahead of Little Towel. Allie, Ange, and Jay. Excellent job. Take a look at this, though, Little Towels. We have a 4-way tie for 4th place. More serendipity. I love it. Nicola Towel in her first round, very close to the podium with 5 points. Towel, I'm a Little Towel with 5 points. Shannon with 5 points. You're becoming a towel, as is Nicola. Excellent job, Little Towels. And Nancy Towel with 5 points. Excellent job. Excellent job. No, Jay, you were just on the list twice. That was a clerical error. I'm like Lindsay Halligan. I corrected it with the magistrate. Excellent job, Shannon and Nancy. And then rounding out in 5th place, the position of honor, they are bosses. They are from Texas. They are chicks. One of them's in the Kitty CIA. It's Bossy Texas Chickabella, 3.5 points with extra bonus points for being musically talented. Now, Pete Bunny Towel, would you like to hear Bossy Texas Chickabella's song? Yes? Was that a yes, a no, or you think they are not communists, they live in Texas? I'm pretty sure if you're a communist in Texas, Pete Bunny Towel, they literally like throw you out the window. They defenestrate you. Oh, okay. All right. He feels better now. He was a little worried. He thought Bella was a communist. Bella's like, oh, goodness. I'm going to get investigated by the CIA now. All right. We'll vote on the next category, all right? And then we'll do a double bonus round after. But for right now, we're going to watch Bossy Texas Chicken Bella's video, all right? Let me get rid of the scoreboard. All right, we're going to watch this video. This is a musical video by our wonderful participants. So if you have been playing along, this was made by one of your competitors. They are, as I mentioned, bosses. They are from Texas, and they are chicks. So we're going to load this up right now. It's going to come up on your screen. We're going to listen to it, and I'm going to watch along with Pete Bunny Towel.
Here we go, Bella. You ready? All right.
There's this channel on YouTube, Bossy Texas chick makes her music with robots. Ain't that quite a trick? No schedules or plans, she'll just start streaming lives. Never knows what she's doing. Live stream breaks out in hives. Can't find the play button, misplaced her headset too. Co-pilot's acting crazy and her audience is few, but she keeps coming back. No special day of the week. If you find yourself bored, here's the relief that you seek. B&B's a dumpster fire, and you'll love every part. From Bossy's steady brain to Bella's jail heart. When it all goes to hell, that's when you can really tell she's never too serious and can laugh at herself. Bella helps carry the load, her little white elf. over, but somehow the strange house go wild. It's giving bad answers, you're laughing out loud. They don't want a penny and don't need a crowd, 'cause authentic is rare in this digital space. They're keeping it real, so this must be the place. See, you keep your falsified and to let up your part from monsters every day to never stream a heart. They novels and out. That's when you can and tell she's never too serious and can laugh at herself. Bella else carried alone, but not else. Other creators, they got it all planned. Scripts and schedules, everything so grand. But Bossy and Bella just wing it, and that is half the fun. Fact checking co-pilot will have you on the run. So here's to the chaos, the glitches and all. The times that she stumbles, the times she might fall. She'll guide a songs, however they sound. A breath of fresh air on this cookie channel you found. Is she a dumpster fire or a little fireball? Is her brain scattered or does she know it all? When the stream falls apart, is that good or bad? Hopefully you'll enjoy the time you had. Whether you stay or if you run for the door, one thing will always be for sure. Bossy Texas chick might not be your cup of tea, but she's not blocking the exits and admission is free. Leave your wallet at home and leave your husband there too, and you'll enjoy your visit at Bossy and Bella's online zoo.
That was a good take, Bella. I've clearly lost my mind. I've clearly lost my mind.
Bella's
You're so
adorable.
bored, Bella, and you're so much fun. All right.
Bella is so much fun. That was great. And for folks who don't know, Bossy Texas Chick makes a lot of songs, and Bella is her co-composer. So Bella has very good musical talent. Yes, Bella is very much alive. Bella is featured in a lot of videos. Bella has her own channel with 3,600 subscribers. She does a lot of things. Sometimes she wears a hat. Sometimes she just sits there and loafs around. She's a very spoiled little kitty. I think she's probably the most spoiled cat on YouTube, in fact. So, yeah, I think Bella just at a certain point she's forced to perform, and she's like, I don't want to do this, Bossy Texas Chick. They communicate in a special language. All right, next round of towel trivia. This is going to be a double bonus round, all right? If you've never, yes, Jade, no calling ASPCA on the most spoiled cat on YouTube. They'll be like, wait a minute, how many views does this cat have? She's famous. All right. And that cat's got more views than Kate Peta. All right, let's do a double bonus category. I want to do something interesting. What have I been learning about recently? What was I learning about? I guess I was learning about the fall of Constantinople. Oh, that's what it was. I was learning about how Rome didn't fall in 476. It fell in 1534. All right, so Roy Casagrada, fall of Rome. Let's watch our next category. The double bonus category is going to be the fall of Rome, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I'm going to watch this together. I'm going to watch a video with you where we learn a little bit from, I think it's Dr. Roy Casagrada. And I want to watch this short clip. It's only 45 seconds, okay? And then we're going to go immediately into a category about the fall of Rome. And it's a double bonus category, so I hope you're all ready to go, because I'm ready to learn, and you should be ready to learn as well. All right, so let's take a look at it. The fall of Rome. Let's take a look. The real date Rome fell. All right, so this is Dr. Roy Casagrada, and we're going to ask some questions about this after, so pay attention.
Emperor Romulus Augustus was in Ravenna, Italy. That was the capital of the Western Roman Empire at that time. They had long since abandoned Rome. The city of Rome existed. It was largely empty, though. It had 1.5 million people at its height, and at that point there were 40,000 people. Can you imagine walking through the streets of a city that at one point had 1.5 million people, and there's only 40,000 people there? Now, talk about ghost town. Like, what was that like? And of course, most of those houses and buildings have collapsed and they're in ruins. What happened was the Roman Empire fell on May 29, 1453.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So, the Roman Empire in 476 just split. One emperor abdicated and the emperor over in Constantinople took over. We didn't actually see Rome fall until Constantinople fell. All right? Bunny Towel, Pete wanted to come over and say hi. By the way, his name's not Pete. He just wanted me to clarify. His name is Pete Bunny Towel, P-E-E-P, because he's a peep. And also, he wanted to let you all know he's looked into it with his people, people. Bella is not a communist. He has confirmed she is not a communist. He was a little concerned, but she's not a communist. Oh, Pete Bunny Towel, Bunny says hi. He's thrilled you're here. He is very, very happy. He wants some lettuce. All right, who is ready for our next category? It's going to be about the fall of Constantinople. Do we need to do one more video about this? Is everybody like feeling somewhat erudite? If we're going to do a double bonus category, let's do one more video, okay? Pete, I got to put you down because I got to do some historical research. It's not about the communists. Okay. Him and I came to terms. All right, he just wants some lettuce. All right, fall of Constantinople history. All right, we're going to watch a very quick video on the fall of... No, Peep doesn't do any peeping. He's a peep, like one of those candies you eat. No, Peep. He might want a peep toffee towel, okay, but he does not do any peeping. All right, so we are going to watch a very quick video on the fall of Constantinople. And yes, but this is going to be, folks, you must understand, this is going to be a double bonus category. So if you get questions right here and I get them wrong, you can get up to 4 points. It really changed the game. Now, this is the last category before we go back to our overview of what's been going on the past few weeks, and we're going to aim to close around 12. All right, so I got a 3-minute video about the fall of Constantinople. Here we go. It's not Istanbul, ladies and gentlemen. It's Constantinople, because Istanbul doesn't exist. All right, get ready. Who's ready to learn? I'm ready to learn. Double bonus category coming up. Quick 3-minute video to get us ready. Here we go. Thank you to History Core.
Constantinople, also known as Byzantium, was the capital of the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire was now in a state of decline, with internal conflicts, political instability, economic challenges, and military weakening. The situation only got worse in 1204, when Constantinople was, in an unexpected turn of events, sacked by various European factions during the Fourth Crusade. Things weren't looking good for the empire, and they were about to get worse as a nearby foe was quickly expanding. While Europe surrendered to the Black Death or tore itself apart with internal wars, a new power arose in the region. A Turkish chief named Osman led a formidable and expanding army that, after years of fighting, had gained control over most of Asia Minor and the Balkans. In 1444, Mehmed II, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror, ascended to the throne with the dream of capturing and converting the illustrious city of Constantinople. Mehmed's first move was to sign peace treaties with Hungary and Venice, a crucial step in keeping them out of the fighting. He then built the fortress of Boğazkesen the year before the invasion, overlooking the city from the north. Mehmed sent a fleet of 31 galleys equipped with the largest cannons Europe had ever seen to the Sea of Marmara. Mehmed was ready for the assault, accompanied by a powerful army of 200,000 men, eager to pillage the city and plunder its treasures. Inside the city, Constantine XI had risen to power in 1449 and found the city shockingly unprepared for war. The fortifications were crumbling and there were no allies to speak of. Constantine had only a small group of mercenaries under the command of Giovanni Giustiniani. Mehmed sent envoys, urging the city to surrender as he laid siege. Mehmed began his assault on April 6, 1453, constantly attacking and bombarding the city for 53 days. These cannons were so massive that one of them exploded and killed many of the Turks. Mehmed initiated his final assault on May 29th, but soon discovered that taking the city would not be easy. Giustiniani deployed his men between the inner and outer walls, which were shut, forcing his men to stand and fight. Initially, the mercenaries did a good job, stopping Ottoman soldiers and quickly repairing the damage done by Turkish artillery. They repelled numerous attacks, but then their brave leader Giustiniani was hit by an arrow and mortally wounded. depriving the remaining soldiers of their fighting spirit and leading to a rapid defeat. The Turks quickly scaled the walls and marched into the city, led by Mehmed on horseback. Constantine had been killed, and there was a popular legend that he died in a heroic last stand fighting for his city. Now the city had become the capital of the powerful Ottoman Empire, which remained predominantly Muslim up to this day. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 was a significant event that marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the Renaissance era. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out more videos.
That was so helpful. All right, so our category is going to be the fall of Constantinople, 1453. This is the last category of our first segment. We may do one or two more rounds, depending how close we get to noon. But this has been really fun. Mercenary. It's the third. I think it's Mercenary, like a mercenary. You can be an intellectual mercenary or a mercenary. All right, the fall of Constantinople 1453 is the category. This is a special double bonus category. Alert. That means if I get the question wrong, and I didn't really pay attention, so you might actually pull this off. If I get any of the questions wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and you get it right first, you get 4 points. If you get it right after the first person, you get 2 points. If I get it right, regular scoring rules apply. Why? Because I got to get some reward for getting hard questions right, and I don't get any double bonus ever. Here we go. 10-second countdown. Jay. Damn it, Jay. Here we go. Categories being generated. What was the outcome of the siege of Constantinople in 1453? Did it cease without result? Was it a stalemate? Was it an Ottoman victory or a Byzantine victory? Ladies and gentlemen, what was the result of the siege of Constantinople in 1453? Did it end without result? Was it a stalemate, an Ottoman victory, or a Byzantine victory? Were you paying attention? It was the Turks. It was the Ottomans, ladies and gentlemen. Towel gets a full point. Allie's going to be in heaven for this one. Nicola picks up the full point. Who else got number 3? Nancy picks up half a point. Nancy was paying attention. Bunny, good guess. Good guess. It was between those two, but it was the Ottomans that came out. Ange picks up half a point. Excellent job. Allie and Brew pick up half a point. That was in the video, by the way. That was in the video. No unfair questions here. Next question in our double bonus round. Anne says, oh, my towel fibers. Next question. Which Ottoman Sultan led the final assault on Constantinople in 1453? Was it Mehmed II, Suleiman the Magnificent, Mustafa I, or Selim I? Which Ottoman Sultan led the final assault? This was in the video. Was it Mehmed II, Suleiman the Magnificent, Mustafa I, or Selim I? I think it was Mehmed II. I don't know any of these people. Go show me Mehmed. I got it right. Oh, God bless America. I'm a little towel. Jay, you got a half point for that last one. Good job. Yes, Jay, if you're lagged, just say the answer choice. Nicola, excellent job picking up a full point on this one. Then we got Nancy from the 508 picking up half a point. Excellent job, Nancy. Who else? Ange picking up half a point. Ange was paying attention to the video. Who else? Bunny getting on the board. Excellent job, Bunny. Peep is cheering you on from the sideline. He said, we'll get the damn commies yet. Allie and Brew picking up half a point. Still atop the leaderboard. Jay, you definitely picked 3 for this one. Angela Grant was like, I don't know any of these people. Yeah, I never met him. Never had the pleasure. I still got it. May Mehmed II's legacy be so respected. Next question. Here we go. Which defensive structure played a crucial role during the 1453 siege of Constantinople by attempting to protect the city from naval attacks? Was it the Hagia Sophia, the chain across from the Golden Horn, the Theodosian walls, or the Yakaladui fortress? I didn't get that last one right at all. I think they fled to the Hagia Sophia, but it was like it was a fucking like fortress. I think it might have been his palace. I got it! It was the chain across from the Golden Horn. I knew it. I watched an long form video about this the other day. Towel picks up the full point. No one else has gotten it so far. No one. A lot of guesses of 4. A lot of guesses of 1. They did flee to the Hagia Sophia, but that was the last stand, and it wasn't used to protect from naval attacks. What a shock. Allie and Rue pick up the full point, as does Jay, getting half a point. Thank you. It was you. It was, I don't know. Yeah, it was me. I don't know how I got that one. That was a tough one. Oh, that's right. It was because I was watching that long-form video about the fall of Constantinople the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, they fled to his palace. I have a very distinct memory of, like, the map of Constantinople. And, yes, the story about the Hagia Sophia, very sad. The Christians fled there, and then the Muslims came in and, like, slaughtered them all. It was very sad, but that was the last stand. What they did was they went to the emperor's palace, which was across from the Golden Horn, and that's how they defended the city. Allie's like, Jay's been copying me. Jay's like, I don't even know what question I'm responding to. All right, I'll let you all settle that among yourselves. Next question. What invention and improvement significantly aided the Ottoman forces during the 1453 siege of Constantinople? Was it large cannons, catapults, ballistae, or battering rams? What invention and improvement significantly aided the Ottoman forces during the siege? Was it large cannons, catapults, ballistae, or battering rams? Show me catapults. It's probably ballistae, but I'm going catapults. Large cannons. All right, Jay, you better get this right. Bunny comes in and gets 4 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Bunny just took 4 points from you all. Look at that. Bunny is an expert on wrestling and on the fall of Constantinople. You put that on your resume, Bunny. Bunny nailed it. Nobody else was even close. Only Bunny, 4 points. That was the first opportunity for double bonus points. Bunny absolutely nailed it. Allie and Rue, damn it, they both get 2 points as well. Good job, Allie and Rue. Good job, Bunny. Excellent job. Bunny absolutely nailed it. Jay comes in and picks up 2 points. Jay's learning how to play tactically. And Allie, you can't say he's copying you if he's waiting just like you. Excellent job. That was the first double bonus point opportunity. Bunny Towel jumps up the leaderboard. I only remember that part. Bunny was like, I remember the part about the guy who didn't know how to use the cannon. Well, that's all it takes to get 4 points sometimes, Bunny. Allie says it makes sense. The cannon was new and modern. True. And Ange says, oh, my towel fibers. I agree with you, Ange. I agree. All right, here we go. Next question in our double bonus round. Here we go. What marked the end of the Byzantine Empire in 1453? What marked the end of the Byzantine Empire in 1453? Was it the Treaty of Westphalia, the conquest of Constantinople, the Battle of Hastings, or the signing of the Magna Carta? Westphalia was 1658. Magna Carta was in the 1300s. I know the answer to this. It is the category. No double bonus points here. The conquest of Constantinople. I love the alliteration. It should be the Constantinople conquest. But either way, Towel gets a point. Who else? Bossy Texas Chickabella pick up the full point. Everybody else gets half a point. Nicola gets half a point. Where are you, Nicola? I see you. Half a point. Who else? Who else got number 2? Allie and Rue. They didn't need to wait that time. They got number 2 right. Nancy from the 508 picking up half a point. Slow and steady wins the race. Ange is pleased. Ange got it right. Half a point. Bunny coming in with another half a point after Bunny's huge 4-point pickup on the last question. Here we go. Next question on Towel Trivia. Last question of the double bonus round. Here we go. Nicola. No, so, Nicola, it's, did you get it right first? No, Bossy Texas Chick just beat you out on my phone. So because she got it right first, she gets a point, and then you get half a point. It was close, though. Your phone may display differently, but we have to use Towel Phone as the mediator. Next question. What fortification was notably breached to allow entry to Ottoman troops in 1453? Was it the walls of Constantinople, the Great Wall of China, Hadrian's Wall, or the Berlin Wall? What fortification was noticeably breached to allow entry to Ottoman troops? The walls of Jericho is not a choice, Bunny, I'm so sorry, but it's the walls of Constantinople. Towel picks up another point. That was an easy one. Yes, it was. Who was the first one to get it? Nicola. There you go, Nicola. You got a full point on that one. I'll tell you what, because you were the first one to get it right on my phone. Bossy Texas Chicabella coming in with a half point after that. Who had a half point after that? It was Bunny coming in with another half point. Who else? Nancy from the 508 picking up another half a point. We also have Ange, another half a point. Oh, my towel fibers, indeed. And Allie and Brew picking up half a point. Excellent guess, Stargirl. Excellent guess. I was thinking about the walls of Jericho myself, but you know how it is. Good guess, Jay. Good guess. All right. That was our final question in the double bonus round. Who's ready to see the updated scoreboard? I got to sort some people. I heard Towel made a little move there on the inside pass. It's like I'm playing Gran Turismo. Maybe I'll play some PS2 today while I'm eating my Mama Goose. I'm so grateful to the person who sent over a donation. I don't know if my bank account's positive or not, but I'm at least going to use that money to get lunch. I haven't eaten an actual meal in like 3 weeks. I just eat frozen pizza. It's very cheap. It doesn't hurt my belly. All right, I got the updated leaderboards. Here we go, little towels. This is fascinating. Maybe we should do one more round right now. Jay would be pleased with that. All right, one more round. One more round. Here we go. Take a look. Allie and Brew. Come here, Pete. Come here, Pete. Your love interest, Toffee Towel's doing really well. Oh, he's excited now. Pete Bunny Towel would like to let you all know that Allie Brew and Toffee Towel are in the first. You want to do Red Dead Redemption as a category? I'm down with that. Absolutely 100%. We're doing it. Bunny B, I'm down with it. We're doing it. I love Red Dead Redemption. We're doing that as a category. I did play that game, by the way. Did you know I have a PS3? I don't have any new video game consoles because I don't like money, and I prefer to just, like, I know I don't have housing like it, but I just want to live among the people. Okay, I don't need ostentatious wealth. My video game system is from 2008. I have a backwards compatible PS3. I have so many PS2 games, and it has actual hardware emulation of PS2, so it doesn't have to do that nonsensical emulation, which restricts by software, which restricts the ability to run games. So I can run the actual discs. It's the big PS3. It's worth a lot of money, a couple hundred. Not enough to like save me, but yes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Allie Brew and Toffee Towel absolutely at the top of the leaderboard. 14 points. Wearing the crown, heading into another round of towel trivia after this because I'm having a good time. Right after that, Allie would like to let us know. Hold on, Pete Bunny Towel. I have a message for you from Toffee. You ready? Toffee wants to go to Capitol Grill, not Ruth Chris. He says, he'll bring the Maserati. He doesn't. You don't have a Maserati. Oh. He wants her to know he's going to get one. And then he's going to take her to the Chestnut Hill Capitol Grill because that's basically good enough. He says that they have onion rings and you don't eat onion rings. You are a bunny. Oh, right. He says that onions don't have meat so he can eat them. Where did you get a taste for I see. He says he really likes onions, all right? Lettuce and onions. They work good together. You can put the lettuce on the onion rings. Didn't really think about it that way, but, anyway. You got him thinking about food. Yes, Jay wants Caddyshack as the category. No, Jay. No, Jay just wants to talk about gopher holes. No, Jay. Maybe we'll do Caddyshack as the category after Red Dead Redemption. All right, here we go. First place, Allie, Rue, Toffee Towel. Kicking butt, taking names. Oh, yes, we're doing Thanksgiving as the next category, actually. That's the only way to do it. Allie, Toffee, and Rue. 14 points. Wearing the crown. Excellent job. Everyone's pleased. In second place, you know him as Little Towel. He counts, but his points don't. He did okay in that round. He didn't give up too many points except to Bunny Towel, who's a genius, because she knew about the cannons and the storming of Constantinople by the damn Ottomans. They might be communist. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, Towel has 10 points, second place. Excellent job. In third place, it is a two-way tie, ladies and gentlemen. Ange Towel on the podium, storming back into the Towel trivia history books. Tied with J Towel, 9 points apiece. Excellent job, Ange. Excellent job, J Towel, redeeming yourself, playing well, competitive, doing excellent in Towel trivia. I'm very pleased. I'm very, very pleased. Good job, folks. So the podium is Allie Towel, Towel, Rue Towel, Toffee Towel, and Ange and Jay. Good job. We stand tall heading into the next round. Pete Bunny Towels all over the place. In fourth place, right outside the podium. Look how close this is. It shows you that every half a point matters, ladies and gentlemen. Nicola, representing Scotland in the world of towels, but London in the regular world. 8.5 points. First appearance in towel trivia. Excellent job, Nicola. Right outside the top three, right outside the podium. Fighting chance to take over. You could even get past Allie and Rue if you play your cards right. A lot of double bonuses could do that for you. Right behind Nicola, in fifth place, it is the one, the only, Nancy Towel, representing the 508, coming in fifth place as things stand. 7 points. Pete Bunny Towel is very proud of you, Nancy. Excellent job. I know, she's playing excellent. Excellent job. In sixth place, oh, Pete Bunny Towel, this is your moment. Pete Bunny Towel is proud of all of you, but he is so excited to see Bunny Towel, he basically is losing his mind. Bunny Towel hates the commies. Bunny likes wrestling. Bunny Towel's doing excellent in trivia. Got 4 points in one question. I told you anything can happen. You just got to pay attention. Excellent job. Bunny Towel coming in at 5.5 points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place. Excellent job, Bunny Towel. In seventh place, right behind Bunny Towel, Shannon Towel. Excellent job. We have a two-way tie in the position of honor. Shannon and Bossy Texas Chicken Bella, who also have bonus points for being musically talented. 5 points apiece. So proud of you. Excellent job. Oh, goodness. Peep, we got a donation. God bless you, Allie Towel. Peep, Allie, Toffee, and Rue sent $20, and they said, Peep. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Allie and Rue Towel and Toffee. Peep is, hold on, there's an E in there. Peep is so happy, and we are so grateful to be playing, be playing trivia with you today. God bless all of you, and also Rue for mayor. There you go. I'm not giving up on Rue, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand. I'm not giving up on Rue. He is going to win the mayoral election in Boston eventually, come hell or high water. Thank you very much to Allie and Rue and Toffee Towel for your support. Excellent job, though. We got one more round before we go back to our overview. We got an hour and 15 minutes left in today's broadcast. Then I'm going to eat lunch and watch college football, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop me, barring some kind of inclement weather emergency or force majeure, as they call it in the contract world. All right, Pete. Any closing words before you go over there for our last round? He loves the United States. He's a proud Pete Bunny Towel, and he wants to let me know he's proud of me for finishing law school. Oh, all right. I give him a big hug. There you go. Pete Bunny Towel and I having a day. Even if marshmallow peeps are gross. Well, Pete Bunny Towel would like to let you know he's not edible, so there you go. He's not a marshmallow. If he were edible, I'd be a little concerned. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to keep him from going stale. But he seems to be fabric based because he's a towel. You know what I'm saying? Pete Bunny Towel. All right, folks. Let's go into another round, and then, as I said, we'll do some timeline, and then we'll maybe play 1 or 2 rounds going into 12 o'clock. Then I'm done. Hard cap because I'm going to eat Mama Goose, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. All right. What is going to be our next double bonus? No, not double bonus. Actually, do I want to do a double bonus? Have we ever done 2 double bonuses in a row? That could throw everything up in the air. All right, let's do it. Give Jay 2 points. Pete Bunny Towel, should I give Jay bonus points? You want to see if he's on his good behavior through the next round? Jay, he said you can qualify for bonus points for good behavior if you do good through the next round. All right, we were going to do Thanksgiving. Yeah, but all right, folks. Just the category of Thanksgiving might just be when you do too broad, and we're going to do a Thanksgiving-related category, but if you just give it the word Thanksgiving, it might be what day of the month is Thanksgiving? Okay, the 4th Thursday. Yeah, we're doing Thanksgiving, but I need to just think about how we're going to do this, all right? All right, we're gonna do the first Thanksgiving, and I know some of you are going to be like, Grant, this is just a very romanticized version. I know. All holidays are romanticized. Just let people have it. Who cares? All right? Who cares? We're doing the first Thanksgiving. There's nothing anyone can do about it. All right? So, we need to watch a video about it. Thanksgiving food. Yes, Bunny, you got it. The first Thanksgiving. So we're going to watch a short video, the real story of the first Thanksgiving. And let me see if I can get a... Oh my goodness, is Nunya still here? I have an animated version. We're watching an animated version. This is from Goodnight Little Lamb. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. We have to wait for the ad to play. Hold on. Yes, this is exactly how I want to learn about the first Thanksgiving. Don't understand. This is the, yes, winner, turkey dinner, the first Thanksgiving. All right, everybody pause. Let me turn the, it is an animated history of the first Thanksgiving. Give Goodnight Little Lamb, check them out over on YouTube. But this is going to be used for the purposes of answering a trivia category. So I'm very excited. All right, I'm going to pause my camera to give us more resources. We're going to learn about the first Thanksgiving from an animated turkey. Oh, yes. Oh, now you don't even have to like turkey to like animated turkeys. Here we go.
It's Thanksgiving, a day packed with yummy food. Watching big parades.
Day parade.
Enjoying football all day.
32!
And spending time with family and friends. But did you know that Thanksgiving wasn't always about delicious feasts and pumpkin pie? Want to know how it all started? Let's travel back in time.
Our story begins across the ocean in a place called England. There were people called the Pilgrims who wanted to pray in their own way. But, oh no, the king didn't like that. The king demanded that all people pray just like him.
You will pray my way.
The Pilgrims were not happy. They wanted freedom. So, one pilgrim got an idea.
Let's sail away to a new land.
The Pilgrims were excited. They packed up clothes, tools, seeds to plant, and maybe a few toys for the kids, then waved goodbye to their friends and family. And then they were off, across the wide ocean on the Mayflower. But the sea was wild, tossing the ship around like a toy boat. Waves splashed everywhere, and everyone got soaked and seasick. The food was pretty boring, too. They had food, like salted meat, cheese, and dried peas. But after weeks at sea, everyone was tired and hungry. But the Pilgrims never gave up hope. And finally, after 66 days, they landed on Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. The weather was freezing. The Pilgrims had no idea how to find food or stay warm. If they were going to survive the brutal winter, they were going to need help. Then they met the Native Americans, the first people of this land. The Pilgrims and Native Americans were curious about each other, but a little cautious too. Slowly, they started sharing smiles, gifts, and stories. The Native Americans were amazing teachers. They knew everything about surviving in this wild new land.
This one is safe to eat.
They showed the Pilgrims how to build cozy homes, track food,
Pay attention to the direction.
and plant vegetables. When fall came, the Pilgrims had a huge harvest: corn, pumpkins, and berries. To celebrate, the Pilgrims invited their new friends to a big feast.
You're invited to a big feast.
They shared their food, their stories.
Let's all say grace.
And their gratitude for this new land and their newfound friendship. It was a time of joy, laughter, and giving thanks for all they had. The only thing that wasn't on the menu that day was turkey.
And that's how Thanksgiving began. A celebration of friendship, gratitude, and sharing. So, this Thanksgiving, remember the Pilgrims, the Native Americans, and the special feast that brought them together. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone!
Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours.
I mean, okay. You can't really complain about that. In the middle of it, bossy Texas chick was like, "Oh, I've heard some of the," and I've heard some of this too. And I don't like watch kids videos on YouTube because it's like a different app, and I have no reason to. But I did hear, because I was reading an article about it, that there's been this like issue with some channels like inserting propaganda into innocuous kids videos. I was talking about this the other day, actually, on social media or something. And I'll tell you that I was watching this video with a critical eye to be like, all right, are they going to do any of that? No. If anything, they were probably overly deferential. You know what I'm saying? They were overly deferential to sort of the myth. They didn't try to undermine it, really. Now, I think Allie rightfully says that, and a lot of people don't understand Native American history. Okay, they also don't understand why Native Americans were called Indians. Christopher Columbus called them a people of God. In Spanish, it's in whatever it is. It's like India dos or something. It's very close to Indian, all right? So he was calling them a people of God. Secondly, people don't understand how advanced the Iroquois League was. It was a federation of 6 tribes. They had advanced kind of politics. They like sat at a council. They had representatives. They had governments. They had been living on this land for a very long time, maybe longer than anyone really understands. There's some evidence that there were multiple land bridges in and around the Younger Dryas period. So the migration waves from Russia of the original Native Americans may have happened once or twice, because there was an ice sheet that would have made it like impossible to go from Russia, where the people were, onto the American continent until like somewhere around the Younger Dryas, and then the ice sheet melts, and then they were able to flow in. But people don't understand like how long the Native Americans were here. They weren't like some people just like living off the land. Yes, they did that, but they had societies and towns and like trade and industry. I wouldn't call it industry as we knew it, but they had a way of generating goods, and then they traded them with each other, and then we took advantage of them because guns, germs, I mean, the conventional wisdom is guns, germs, and steel, right? If you read that famous treatise, but it's kind of been supplanted. And the idea was like we brought diseases they didn't have immunities to. We had steel weapons, and we had guns, and that's how we took over the continent. It was a little more complex than that. We really just manipulated their good nature and like played them off against each other, and then viciously suppressed them, and then when they wouldn't go along with it, drove them on the Trail of Tears. So yeah, not exactly like the best story politically, but the origin of Thanksgiving reflects a compassion and camaraderie. Now, if you look at like Jamestown and some of those other early colonies, we didn't make it. All right, like, first of all, maybe it wasn't a good idea to send a bunch of rich aristocrats who had never worked the land to start a colony. Roanoke, as far as I remember, didn't work really either. It wasn't until they sent like actual like settlers who knew what they were doing and could integrate with the Native Americans that we stood a chance. So that part of it's true. They were compassionate to some of our settlers. That's the only reason we're here. Nanya, good to see you. Well, no, so you also got to understand what happened was some of the Native Americans sided with us, with the United States, because it wasn't just America. France had a foothold on this continent at a certain point. So did Spain. Florida was originally a Spanish possession. And what was happening was like the Indians were trying to play us off each other too. They were siding with us against the French. They were siding with the French against us. They were siding with the British. They were siding with us. It was all this complicated history. And eventually, where they really got screwed was eventually all the foreign support for them dried up, because we bought all the territory. So there was no French outposts past the Mississippi. There was no Spanish territory near Cuba and Florida. So we didn't have a need. The political need for the existence of the Native Americans went away. It's very sad. But okay, we are going to watch the story of the first Thanksgiving, okay? The story of the first Thanksgiving. That is our category. That is not how you spell first. That is. Get ready. This is our last towel trivia category. Then I'm going to award the winner for the day. We won't do another round. I'm going to take us home after this next round, and then I'm going to go eat my lunch, because that's what I want to do. Nunya says, if I could go back in time, I would help the Native Americans with thus creating a time paradox and most likely causing myself to not exist anymore. Oh, well, Nunya, you do offer very insightful commentary. Yeah, I think there's some rule about time travel. You can't really interact with your past self. It just screws up the whole system. Daniel Webster was a culprit. Interesting, Allie. I will look that up. All right, here we go. It's not a double bonus category. Sorry, I don't know enough about this. It's a regular category. All right, it's a regular category. The first Thanksgiving. Oh, screw it. We'll do double bonus. Screw it. Double bonus. We're gonna take away Allie's edge. You see what I did there? All right, double bonus. Here we go. 4 points if I get it wrong and you get it right. Here we go. 5 seconds. Last category of the day. I got the cars. I did it. Here we go. Which ship did the Pilgrims sail on to reach the New World? Was it the Maria, the Mayflower, the Nina, or the Pinta? Did you fall for it? Was it the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria? Or was that someone else? Double bonus. Mayflower. I got it. Who took the trap and fell for the Christopher Columbus trap? Nope, nobody did. Nicola comes in with the full point. First one to get it right on my scorecard. Nancy coming in with half a point. Excellent job, Nancy. Remember, this is the last round of the day. Bossy, Texas Chicken Bella, half point. This is a double bonus round, though. Bunny coming in with half a point. Excellent job, Bunny. Who else? Allie and Rue, half a point. And excellent job, half a point. Oh, you got to jump live, Nunya. Got to use the live button. Otherwise, you will not be able to compete in towel trivia. Here we go. Next question in our double bonus round. That was an easy one. Which Native American tribe celebrated the first Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims? Was it the Cherokee, the Navajo, the Apache, or the Wampanoag? Was it the Cherokee, the Navajo, the Apache, or the Wampanoag? I'm pretty sure only one of those tribes was even in this area. Show me Wampanoag. I got it! Oh, I'm a Thanksgiving towel. Who got it? Who got it first? Nicola again, just picking up points, ladies and gentlemen. Full point for Nicola. Excellent job. Bunny coming in with half a point. Excellent job, Bunny. Allie and Rue, half a point. Excellent job, Allie and Rue. And Toffee, too. Who else? Ange nailed it. Good job, Ange. Excellent job. Good guess, Nunya. You're back live with us. That was a good guess. Even if it wasn't right, we still commend you for your good guess. Excellent job. All right. Any answers coming in? Nope. We've rounded it out. All right. Good job. Cherokee Nation Coswallace stared me wrong. That's fun. Steered me wrong. Yeah, there you go. No cow pun intended. Next question. Here we go. What year did the celebration known as Thanksgiving first occur? Was it 1621, 1619, 1625, 1630? Who said going to Plymouth Rock was pointless? Who said it? Came back to bite you. What was the first when did the first Thanksgiving take place? I literally just looked at a picture of the damn rock. I want to say it's 21, but I really don't know. I'm guessing. I got it right! Oh, I'm a little towel. Who got it right? Nicola again, just charging up the leaderboard, refusing to take no for an answer. Bunny coming in at number 7. Excellent job, Bunny. Yes, Nancy. Good guess, Nunya. Good guess, Bossy Texas Chick. None of them were right, though. It was 1621. Where's Allie and Rue? There they are, half a point. Oh, this is close, folks. Listen, let me tell you, Nicola, Towel, Ange, Allie, it's very close right now. I'm not going to show you the scores, but it is a nail-biter. It is a nail-biter. Yep, Nunya, you were, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades as far as I'm aware. Next question, little towels. Which crop significantly contributed to the success of the Pilgrims' harvest? Was it corn, wheat, oats, or rice? Which crop significantly contributed to the success of the Pilgrims' harvest? We just learned about this. Was it corn, wheat, oats, or rice? Show me that sweet Corn. I got it. I got it again. I am just a Thanksgiving towel. Nancy from the 508 took the full point on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent job, Nancy. Nicola coming in right behind, though, picking up half a point. Who else? Bossy, Texas Chickabella, half a point. And then we got Ange and Allie Towel and Rue all picking up half a point. Excellent job, folks. Towel's not really giving up a lot of double points right now, I'm telling you, but one double point could change the whole board. You don't understand. So let's see if I get one wrong. I guess I'm a Thanksgiving towel at this point. Next question. What document established a framework for self-governance among the Pilgrims? What document established a framework for self-governance among the Pilgrims? Was it the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Carta, the Treaty of Paris, or the Mayflower Compact? Were you paying attention? Paris was about the revolution. Magna Carta was a lot earlier. Declaration of Independence is not related to this. It came later. It was the Mayflower Compact. Ladies and gentlemen, Towel picks up another point. Who got number 4? Nancy from the 508. Oh, no, Allie. I'm sorry. Nancy comes in, picks up the full point. Nicola picks up half a point. Nunya picks up half a point. Nunya getting on the board. That's what it's all about, Nunya. Sometimes it's just about making a presence, making your presence known. Nunya, half a point. Who else? Allie and Rue, half a point. Oh, this is going to be epically close. Ange Towel, half a point. Yes, you are, Nunya. Nunya, you're powering up. All right, folks, here we go. Last question of this round. Oh, this is agonizing. Oh, it's agonizing, little towels. Here we go. Last question of the round. What continent did the Pilgrims depart from in their voyage? What continent did the Pilgrims depart from in their voyage? Did they leave from Europe, Asia, Africa, or Australia? Did they leave from Europe, Asia, Africa, or Australia? Now listen, as far as I'm aware, they weren't African pilgrims. Listen, that's really going to blow my mind. Show me Europe. Europe is right, little towels. I went 6 for 6. No bonus points left on the board. Nicola gets the full point on the final question. Nancy picking up another big half a point. Let's see how this leaderboard shuffles out. Bunny picking up half a point, little towels. Bossy, Texas Chickabella, half a point. Nunya, half a point. Excellent job. Where's Nunya? Half a point for Nunya. Picking up steam. Allie and Brew, big half a point. You're going to see why in a second. And Ange Towel coming in with half a point. All right. Oh, goodness, little towels. Goodness gracious me. Ferocious competition. Wait until you see how the towel fibers folded. See what I did there? That was hilarious. All right, here we go. J Towel gets bonus points. Bonus points for being a friendly towel. There you go, Jay. Peep Bunny Towel got you your bonus points. All right, Peep, you ready to announce the final scores of our return round of towel trivia? Oh, boy. It's one of our... Now, we've had closer finishes than this. We've had some ties. We've had some close finishes. But listen, Allie and Rue, they have to play a certain kind of way, and it paid off, ladies and gentlemen. It paid off in every sense of the term. Our winner for today... Hold on, I got to actually do their positioning. Our winner for the day in first place, little towels. You know them as Allie and Rue, and they indeed came out on top by just one single point, taking home the crown. Excellent job, Allie and Rue Towel, 17 points with the win. Nancy's going to be watching the parade from Plymouth. I love it, Nancy. I love it. Excellent job, Allie. Bunny says they missed the convos with Allie. We all love convos with Allie, Rue, and Toffee Towel. And on top of that, heading into Thanksgiving week. By the way, special announcement, we'll be back tomorrow. I've decided we're going to split up our review of the past week. So we did half of the past week, or 10 days today. We'll do the other half tomorrow. Special Sunday towel stream, mostly because I want to go eat lunch after this. So excellent job, Allie Towel. Absolutely excellent job, Rue and Toffee. Winner, winner, turkey dinner, indeed, but there was no turkey at the first Thanksgiving, which is good for Allie, I guess. Maybe not so good for Rue. I don't think Toffee eats turkey. Do bunnies eat turkey? No, they're herbivores. Oh, all right, thanks. Excellent job, Allie, Toffee, and Rue. Excellent job, first place finish. Now, in second place, you may know him as Little Towel. Now, he counts, his score doesn't, but as you can see, it was ferocious. Thank you, Allie. We had a great time playing with you today. Me and Pete Bunny Towel enjoyed seeing you, Toffee Towel, and Rue very much. Now, in terms of Little Towel, I put up a fight. If there were just one or two more questions, ladies and gentlemen, I may have been able to take the crown, but no, I fell short. I fell short despite my best efforts, and I came in second with 16 points. I did a good job. Now, let me say this. We have rounding out the podium. This is a momentous occasion, ladies and gentlemen. Very rarely do we see a first-time towel trivia player coming in on the podium, but it has happened today. Let us take a moment to applaud and congratulate Nicola. She may not be Nicola Sturgeon. She may not actually be Scottish, and she's from London. She still came in third place, rounding out the podium for today. 13.5 points. Very first appearance on Towel Trivia. Excellent job, Nicola. Very, very proud of you. Pete Bunny Towel's proud. Everybody's proud. It is a glorious day to be a towel. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have a first-time Towel Trivia podium winner in Nicola. Very, very pleased for that. And the podium for today is Allie Towel wearing the crown with 17, Towel with 16, and Nicola with 13.5. However, that, of course, does not end our day. Because right outside the top three, finishing very strong, ladies and gentlemen, she was competing all day. She thought she might get a podium finish, maybe tomorrow, but I'll tell you, Ange Towel did an absolutely excellent job. Coming in fourth place with 11.5. Her towel fibers are strong. The state of Ange's towel fibers, ladies and gentlemen, are strong. 11.5 points. Excellent job, Ange Towel. Pete Bunny Towel and I are very proud of you. You did excellent today. Great job. Right behind Ange Towel, putting up a great battle, ladies and gentlemen, as well, all day. It was very fun to watch Nancy Towel competing just off Ange Towel's score. It was ferocious competition there as well, just off the podium. Coming in fifth place, ladies and gentlemen, it is Nancy Towel, representing the 508, and also excited to celebrate Thanksgiving. Excellent job, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent job, Nancy Towel. Pete Bunny Towel is singing your praises and also saying Nancy's not a communist, which is true. I know that. Excellent job, Nancy, coming in fifth place with 10 points. Well deserved. Now, right behind Nancy, it was a day where he earned bonus points for being congenial. I couldn't spell congenial, so I said friendly. Excellent job, J Towel. You pushed through. It was a difficult day. You did well, though. Very proud of you. You were congenial. You came in sixth place, J Towel, with a final of 9 points. You did absolutely excellent. Very proud of you. Excellent job. Towel is pleased. Also, by the way, Allie, if you watch an interview about Archie Bunker, the reason they made the character that way was so people in that generation would realize that Archie was wrong. Like the guy who plays Archie talks about it. It changed my whole perspective on that show. Have I told anyone to get... No, Bossy's like, Allie, have you told anyone to get off your lawn? Excellent job, though, J Towel. 9 points with the bonus points for being a friendly towel. Sixth place. Towel's very proud of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right behind J Towel, the only person to get 4 points. The only person to get a double bonus round question right that Towel did not get right. The only person to get it right first. Bunny Towel, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely excellent job. Bunny Towel. Pete Bunny Towel is literally thrilled. He jumped right off the bed when he saw you come over and he said, hello, I'm a bunny. You're a bunny. This is a coincidence that I love. So Pete Bunny Towel's thrilled to see you. You got 7.5 points, Bunny. You did excellent. You came in serendipitously enough in seventh place. I love everything about it. Excellent job, Bunny. You clearly know a lot about the storming of Constantinople and the fact that cannons were introduced for the first time during that battle. And you knew that because some guy tried to set off a cannon and he failed, and expected results occurred. Excellent job, Bunny Towel. Now, right behind Bunny Towel, coming in 8th place. They are bosses. They're from Texas. They're chicks. One of them is named Bella. She's in the Kitty CIA. She probably heard me talking right now. The other is named Bossy Texas Chick. They have 6.5 points. They're in 8th place. They have extra bonus points for being musically talented. Okay? And Jay can have extra bonus points too, even though it only says bonus points right now. Extra. That's not how you spell extra, Grant. There is no W in the word extra. E-X-T-R-A. There you go. Bossy Texas Chick and Bella coming in with 6.5. They didn't do great on the Texas history category regarding the Revolution. I'm a little bit worried that Bossy Texas Chick thinks that the Americans won the Alamo. But you know what? We'll work on that. We're going to send Bossy Texas Chick around the state of Texas to learn about the Alamo, all right? Bella will love everything about it. She can go in the car, all right? Excellent job. 6.5 points. 8th place, Bossy Texas Chick and Bella. Now, in 9th place, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely excellent job as well from Shannon. Good job, Shannon. Played hard today. Well-fought battle. Coming in 9th place, 5 points. Congratulations, Shannon. Now, in the position of honor, you know them as the captain of the good ship Nunya. They are indeed. They go to all sorts of channels. They just pop up randomly. They heated up at the end. Good thing we didn't play too many more rounds. They probably would have climbed up the leaderboard. Instead, they are in the position of honor, ladies and gentlemen, coming in with 1 point, 10th place, rounding out the scores for today. Nunya, 1 point. Excellent job, Nunya. Pete Bunny Towel says that you are not a communist, and he's very proud of you. Damn commies. All right, excellent job in Towel Trivia. Now, should we play the Towel Trivia song? Bossy Texas Chick, do you have the link to the Towel Trivia song, the most recent version? I don't know if I have it, all right? I would like to have it, but I don't know if I have it. All right, I'm going to try to find it. No promises. All right. I might need the actual link. I don't think I have it anymore. Bossy Texas Chick. Oh, no, you're going to have to send it to me. All right. So, thank you, Nunya. Peep is very pleased to be with you today. But yes, as is tradition, if Bossy Texas Chick can find the song. Oh, hold on a second. Yep. If Bossy Texas Chick can find the song, then we will listen to that to round out our day. It's a great way to end the day. Everybody loves it. I love it. It's a wonderful song about trivia. So there's a 20-second delay. I think it's going to pop up in the comments any second now. I just haven't watched it in a while, so. And those of you who played today will really like it. We might have to update it with a new version, but it's a good song. And it is, after all, it's Thanksgiving, so let's do a tradition, which is the song. You see how I'm stalling for time here? I'm so creative, Bossy Texas Chick. You see what I mean? Now, could I go find the link? Yeah, but I have no idea where it is. I don't remember exactly what the site is called. And I know I have a playlist, okay? I know I have one. I have it saved somewhere, but that doesn't mean it's as accessible as you would think. It's just not. Let me see if I type in playlist. No. Oh, no. We're dependent on Bossy Texas Chick and Bella. Yes, exactly. So, Allie, we just have to... There, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the song. I repeat, Bossy Texas Chick and Bella are quick on the draw. You can call them Quick Draw, Kitty CIA McGraw. And I am thrilled to announce to you that I have the Towel Trivia song for us to listen to. It makes Peep happy. It makes me happy. It's going to get loaded up right now. Everybody ready? Ready your towels. Oh, yes. We need Peggy here to dance along. Here we go. Towel Trivia time, version 3. Let me move the leaderboard. Hold on 1 second. It's loading. No promises. Pushing Towel computer to the limit here. All right, folks. Let's listen to Towel Trivia version 3. I got to click this. Oh, wait, Peep! Peep, look, it's you. Bossy Texas Chick made another image of us the other day, Peep. We got to look at that one later on Twitter. Here we go. No promises. Come on now. Come on. Here we go.
Welcome to Grant's Towel Trivia. All you knowledge junkies, go grab your wrench and your towel. More fun than the barrel of monkeys. Grant and questions, so we'll be here a while. All of us contribute in our own special way, and it doesn't matter who wins at the end of the day. We're the top community, and we won't stop. Steph is at the top, she never does flop. Ollie, Ruth, and Nancy are sprinting towards the finish line. Kitty's 1993 is not too far behind. Tater, Bug, and Dewdrops are smart and so kind. One family, we're family. Ruth and Captain know their stuff. Jeff's waiting on the clue. Claudia's got the answers, but Bunny does too. Lydia's sharp as a tack. Deb Potter's on the ball. Sometimes we grumble when our scores get called. Now Harvard Yard keeps guessing answers that ain't up on the board. Don't ask me how, but she just scored. Bossy Texas Chick and Bell are in last place again. They're always at the bottom, but one day they will win. That's alright. Every day's a new adventure in Towel Trivia Town. KR's not guilty, but that won't get us down. From the brightest to the struggling, we all play along in this corner of the internet where we all belong. So here's to all the players and the hosts so fine in this little slice of heaven where we all do shine. Towel Trivia time. Towel Trivia. Welcome to the Grant Smith Ellis Show. When you know you know. Towel Pride.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Peep loves it. Peep was dancing his little heart out. Peep was so happy to see you all today. He's going to go take a nap. He loves you all very much. That was great. A lot of memories. Makes me realize, life isn't about doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's about making memories, appreciating people and experiences while they happen and while they're in your life, and then going on. And sometimes the most beautiful thing about a flower is that you must let it grow where it is. All right? If you pick a beautiful flower and take it out of its natural environment, it's not going to be that flower. And that's part of what life's all about, just appreciating things for what they are and not necessarily trying to appreciate them because of their proximity to us. We cherish those moments, and isn't that really what the holiday season is about too? That was great. Oh, Towel loves you all so much. Oh, and Nancy, we're definitely keeping Abby in our thoughts with the eye ulcer. Please let us know how everything is going. If we need to do a fundraiser for Abby, I'll even put, it doesn't matter what's going on with me, we'll do that. You just let us know, Nancy, okay? You know how to reach me by email. It's grantsmithellis@gmail.com. Just send me an email. If I can put up a fundraiser for Abby and use my platform, we will do it. Anything you need, just let me know, all right? And I'd be happy to help. Anything we can do. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, though. How nice was that to get all those memories about so many of the Towel friends we've had the honor of spending time with. Oh, well, God bless you, Nancy. You're so kind to defer. But please, if anything comes up, you just, whether it's an update about Abby or you need help, you just let me know. I'd be glad to do anything I could. Towel does love, animals. Towel's a big animal guy, just how it is. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. Speaking of that, thank you very much for watching with me today. So here's the plan, all right? My plan is for us to go we're going to go live again tomorrow. All right, we're going to do it in the morning, and then we'll do that before football starts. I couldn't get through as much as I wanted today, but frankly, I'm not feeling that well. I have a headache. I'm tired. I liked playing trivia. We got through a decent amount. We watched some episodes of How the Towel Turns, but we only got through like 3 days, all right, realistically. We have like 7 more days to go. So tomorrow's stream, it's rare that I stream on Sunday, but we're going to do it, all right? That's what we're going to do. And the reason why, Nancy's like, you want to try to put the medication in her eye? Well, I think I could talk to her. I'd be like, hi, I'm a little towel, just give her a little head pat and be like, all right, now this isn't actually that bad. And I'm sure you've tried this, but I'd try to communicate in my doggy language and be like, we'll do it, and then I'd give her some kind of TREAT, I'm spelling that for all the doggo owners out there so the dogs don't realize. Just get a little TREAT, distract her. And it's like giving a shot to a baby. I've never done that. I don't want to do that. I'm afraid of needles. But I've seen videos where the doctor's like, do. Oh, there you go. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching with me today. It means a lot to me. Let's end in the normal way. First of all, let me bring back another tradition. Let's scroll through and say hello. First of all, it was great to see you, Nancy. Great to see Bossy Texas Chicken Bella. Great to see Allie Brew and Toffee Towel. Great to see who else popped up today. Nunya was here. Great to see you. Nicola Cox, awesome playing with you. Great job. Excellent podium finish today. And congratulations, of course, to Allie for wearing the crown. Who else? Stargirl, I saw you in there. It was great to see you. Ange Whittick, your towel fibers are strong, my dear friend, and God bless you. Thanks for playing today. That was so much fun. Who else did we see pop up? I don't want to miss anybody. Bunny, Pete Bunny Towel is so happy you made his day. I would not want to spend time with anyone else but Bunny and Pete Bunny Towel on a trivia day. That was great. Starting off the Thanksgiving week strong. Who else did we have here? Who else? I saw some people popping up. We played a lot of trivia. I'm going to work on the buffering, by the way. It may also just be my computer. It's getting older, but we'll see what I can do. You can see just from the ferocious pace of the chat, we started playing trivia again, because once we do that, good luck having a conversation once we're playing trivia. It just becomes a flood. Yes, Stargirl, I knew you were in there. Jay, great job. You did well. You got your bonus points. Thank you for being congenial, and great job during trivia. Allie, thank you so much again for your support. Allie screams for Pete Bunny Towel, as does Toffee and Brew. Pete, you want an encore? Peep says, thank you, Allie Towel. God bless you for your support of Towel Channel. He's giving you an encore because he thinks you, Toffee and Rue, are wonderful. And he remembered Capitol Grill, Chestnut Hill, with lettuce. I know Allie was like, I'm not eating onion rings and lettuce. Well, you know what? Maybe the bunny's like that. All right. That was so fun. Thank you all so much for playing Towel Trivia. And then also, let me go to the fan funding button. So let's see people who sent in super chats. I just want to say thank you to them as well. Oh, look at that. Some of Towel's favorite people. Hold on, I can make them all appear. There we go. Thank you so much to Bossy Texas Chicken Bella. Thank you for moderating, Grant. Words do matter. I do my best. Shannon said, thank you, Grant bringing KP down. Gotta love it. And Allie said, peep. Ladies and gentlemen, you sometimes just gotta say peep. But yes, that was great. I was so glad to spend some time with you all today. As you know, I like to end this stream the same way every day. One, we ran a poll, so if you want to know the results of the towel poll, are you feeling like a brave little towel on this wonderful Saturday? 44% of you said, yes, I am a brave towel. 44% of you said, hi, towel. And 12% of you said, no, but I will be one day. Gotta love it. Bunny said, I missed everyone. Thank you, Grant. Oh, it was great. Nunya was like, dust inside of the PC. Yeah, I should do that, Nunya. I'll do that. But yes, it was great to see you all. As you know, this is a public information service, so just as a reminder, the goal is to educate, inform, and entertain the wider public. We use entertainment as a hook here in order to engender cogent public discourse and ward off the usurpation of representative forms of government worldwide. We only went for 3 hours today, so I didn't do any donation reads, but thank you so much for everybody who sent super chats. If you want to support this stream, I will go ahead and drop the link. Someone managed to send a donation during stream, even though I didn't drop any links, so God bless you to that person. I don't even know how you pulled that off. I'm very grateful, and I'm eternally appreciative. And I'm going to get a lunch today. I'm going to get an actual meal, and I'm so grateful. So let me drop the links. If you want to support Towel directly, you can do that as well. I'll use it to get through the holiday. Got to figure out how to get this tuition bill paid, but let's think about it another day. Let me talk to the school and figure things out next week. If I just can't get it paid, we'll do a fundraiser. They won't give me my degree unless I get this paid. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to pay it. It wasn't like I knew about the bill. My mom was going to pay it. Then we kind of had a falling out. It's complicated. It involves the Reed case, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to deal with it right now. But anyway, God bless all of you for supporting this channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope to use the platform that's built here in order to further those principles of cogent public discourse that I talked about. The other thing is I don't really see this as just asking for help. I provide a service. I provide a public information service. I don't care if you have resources or don't. You can access the information here. If you think this is valuable, let's keep it going. So God bless you for that. Now, the real way I want you to pay it forward, though, and I like to end the same way every time, you know what I'm going to say. If you benefited from today's stream, if you enjoyed the camaraderie, liked seeing your towel friends, enjoyed trivia, whatever it may be, you know how you can pay it forward. You can look for reasons to do small acts of service and kindness, small acts of compassion and service, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the ways that you can do that is by donating to our homeless veterans. Yes, whether it's this time of year or any time of year, there is not one veteran in the United States of America who should be homeless against their will. They want to go live in the woods, we're not going to stop them, but it is a disgrace if there is one veteran. It is a scar on the face of America if there is one veteran who is homeless against their will. We can do better. We can donate to our homeless veteran, and we can help them. They protected us. We can help them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Nunya is frying hash browns. I love those, Nunya. God bless you. Nicola, I think it's Proctor's that she knows, the Proctor's family, my towel mom. That's causing a little tension. And I'm worried Kate Peters in her ear, like telling her I'm a bad person. It's sad. But anyway, Kate Peter apparently like contacts people's parents to like turn them against them. She like talks to Lindsay's parents. It's really weird, bro. Kate's got a complex. I don't know. But yes, let me go on to the next one. You also, if you would like to help people this holiday season, why don't you could consider donating to animal shelters run by veterans. Everybody loves animals. Everybody loves veterans. As far as I know, if you don't, you're a commie. Damn commies. Why not donate to animal shelters run by veterans? Now, there are some animal shelters that train service dogs for veterans. That's a really good way to help if you want to find one of those. But if you can't find a service animal shelter run by veterans, you can find an animal shelter in general. That's a good way to help. Now, folks, as we saw, LS was in the comments today. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't remind folks, if you're in the UK and you want to help, I will say you can donate to the Big Issue. That's a way to help reduce the homelessness problem, or I wouldn't call it a problem, the burden on those experiencing homelessness. It reduces that burden by giving them pathways to sustainable independence. It's a great operation, the Big Issue. But it can be as simple as something as simple as smiling at someone on the street, reaching out to a friend or family member you haven't heard from in a while, or yes, even donating 200 tomato plants like Francis Futrell did one time and having them designated as honorary towels forevermore. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe in that way it's possible that we can change the current realpolitik from one centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating our power to instead one centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating our capacity to engage in small acts of service based in unconditional love. And in that way, we can live up to our tau eudaimonia, or summum bonum, our greatest good in the ancient Greek or Latin respectively, and in that way have our small acts of service and kindness ripple outwards, therein bringing about a new digital epoch defined by Aquarius the water bearer standing tall, carrying a towel, proclaiming that an ethos of unconditional love and compassion is here to stay. And I don't know where I come up with this stuff, but I love it. Nicola said she's lost some kids, didn't she? The nerve of her. Yeah, I think, like, Kate didn't really care when she lost her kids, which is weird. Whereas, like, I think it'll wreck my mom. So I don't know why they're using my mom as leverage. I'm going to go do my own thing anyway. But, like, I already don't have a dad, so it's kind of sad. But Anyway, I did graduate or finish my last law school class. We'll figure out that tuition thing. I want to leave you with a message of positivity and hope, which is I'm grateful that you are here today. We'll be back with each other tomorrow for the second half of our review of November 12th, 2025 through November 22nd, 2025. Chaos reigns. We didn't get through half the stuff we wanted to, but we will do it tomorrow, and there will be less trivia tomorrow. We will play trivia, but it will only be a few rounds at a time, and then we're doing the rest through November 22nd. So tomorrow will be the conclusion of this stream. For the rest of today, though, especially Towel Friends on the X, because as you know, you get a few minutes in the beginning, so I'm going to give the Towel Friends on the YouTube a few minutes at the end. God bless you. I appreciate that you're here today, even if it's raining where you are, if it's a little dull. Try to enjoy what is the beginning of the holiday week. If you need someone to talk to, reach out to me or whoever you can. I think this is an important time of the year, and I'm grateful that I got to spend it with you. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go watch some college football. I think the game of the day is Oregon versus USC at 3:30. And I really, really do appreciate that I got to spend yesterday and today on stream with you folks. I almost said you guys, but I guess you folks is good. It meant a lot to me, especially finishing up school, and I haven't really let it sink in. So maybe as I'm sitting around this afternoon contemplating life, it'll really kind of sink in that I finished my law school classes. That was a long 3 years, and it means so much to me. So Ange says, God blessings to all, and that's my closing message to you, Towel Friends on the X. Enjoy your Saturday. My name's Grant Smith Ellis. See you again tomorrow, sometime after 9:30 a.m. for a special Sunday towel stream with trivia and the conclusion of the chaos that was the last few weeks. God bless you. Towel loves you very much, Towel Friends on the X. Until we see each other tomorrow, my name's Grant Smith Ellis. Towel Friends on the YouTube. What a day. Thanks for playing trivia with me. It means so much to me, really. I know we don't get to stream as much as we used to, but I think that hopefully I'll be able to do a few days a week from now on, especially during the holidays, and we'll be able to play some trivia and catch up, no matter what the forces aligned against us all or the views on this channel may be. I say it shall continue. So, my name's Grant Smith Ellis, and you know how much I appreciate and adore all of you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being with me. My name's Grant Smith Ellis. Towel loves you all very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And happy early Thanksgiving if you haven't heard it yet. See you tomorrow, friends. More trivia. I'll put the link up soon as well, so you'll know roughly when the stream will start tomorrow. God bless, friends. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Nicola and Ange. See you all soon.